Boom. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. We are live on a Wednesday night, and I can see clearly what we got ahead. It's going to be a fun show. We got lots to get into. Remember, folks, we are the Wrestling for Life Network. We are the channel that just covers more live wrestling than anything else. And tonight's a big one. This is a big week on Fastlane Week. We're going to see Adam Copeland or Edge, a.k.a. if you ask MJF. And this is getting long-winded, folks. So grab your snacks, grab your feel good, put a smile on your face, and let's go. Ding, ding, ding. We're live and ready to go, folks. I hope everyone out there is happy, healthy, and safe, and you're having a wonderful week. We just put Hump Day in the books. We got Friday Junior tomorrow, and the weekend is upon us. Thanksgiving in my neck of the woods, Mr. Nick. So
you're just double dosing on turkey, I see, is what you're
absolutely
trying to say.
I'm such a fan of turkey. I will celebrate both countries, yes. Well, with all that being said, folks, we got AEW Dynamite on tap tonight. It's a crazy show, stacked show, lots of buzz, lots of rumors. We got the guy in the middle there with a lot of talk about how he's going to come into this tonight, Mr. Adam Copeland. And then we got, of course, the double MJF. Lots to talk about, lots to get into, lots happening in the wrestling world. I will remind everybody, though, we are the Wrestling for Life Network. I am Mr. Every Night KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube, and that guy just can't get enough, Mr. Big.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Wrestling for Life Network proudly brings to you its YouTube tag stream champions of the world, the Every Night Delight, KJ White. I'm Big Nick, and yes, feel the rhythm, feel the rhyme. Come on, yo, it's AEW time.
There we go.
Well, and now we're getting
the bench for a Wednesday.
And it's interesting to me, and just to kind of go at what we're talking about. This is 100% a stacked AEW, but now we're hearing the mission statement from Adam Copeland, formerly known as Edge, tonight.
Yeah.
So next week on Tuesday, we're getting his first in-ring match. And boy, howdy, did NXT stack up against that. And every AEW fan is just reveling in it of, see, the AEW effect is real.
Oh, my God, dude. Listen, Bully Ray put out a post about that, and it was basically like, the Braveheart war scene, everybody like a big fucking mosh pit coming together, and he had it labeled AEW fans and WWE fans.
Oh, yeah.
That's what happened last night. Yeah, we're going to talk a lot about that here tonight, folks. Get into what is happening. Clearly, there's a tit for tat, a little bit of a skirmish, maybe not a full out war, but there's definitely some.
You can get with this, or you can get with that. You can get with this, or you can get with that. You can get with this, but this is where it's at.
Right. And listen, the fan bases are crazy, but you know what? I started embracing the tribalism that is out there. Instead of, we are the opposite. We are the utopia. We want all.
Never go full tribal. I feel like Robert Downey Jr. there. Never go full tribal. I don't
think I'm embracing it from the side of like, I'm going to join a tribe. No, I'm embracing it of watching the carnage. It's become like a comedy of errors. So if you can sit back and just let them have it, it's part of the overall entertainment of the more people that are bitching about this shit, the better it is for business because the more people are entertained.
Yeah, I don't like that in the aspect of if you're an outsider and you catch a buzz of you hear John Cena is going to be on a Tuesday and everything, and then you go and tune in at fucking Twitter to see what people are saying about it, and it's just idiocracy run amok. Mm-hmm. You can have that. That ain't what I'm like. That's 100% what I'm mad at, honestly.
Right? No, it's just a mess, man. So. But yeah, I mean, it's interesting times. And again, it's finding reasons to have people talking about wrestling. We love it. It's good for us. It's good for business. And I know the people that get so angry about shit. I will say anybody out there who thinks that WWE is desperate, you're not paying attention. You really don't realize what's going on. And that's fine. Do you, boo-boo? But you're really missing the plot. You need to read some facts and figures and numbers and really understand. Like people have pointed out that Edge is going to debut in front of about 2,000 people tonight. We got to be real about some things. Desperation? No. Are they bullying? Yes. Are they being dicks? Absolutely. But is it fun to watch? Absolutely. Now it's your chance to fight back. You don't have to get upset about it, but it's not. Nick, it can't be desperation.
No. Well, even if it is, so fucking what?
What would cause the desperation? What would they be?
Well, no. I'm saying
no. I'm just saying hypothetically. Hypothetically, what do you think? Like, with the people who say they're desperate, what is the desperation? Are like the big, like, AEW is going to be a $20 million
because you have to live up to, you just sold your company for $9 billion to a giant merger. You're shopping the media rights and everything like that. That would be the only thing of why we've seen that they've added Becky and everything to it. Of they've been trying to put a focus on that. So it's one of those of, we can't sit there and then Edge, a guy that we had, that we could have signed, that publicly went out there and said he has an offer from us in his inbox.
Yeah.
Turns around and signs up on the competitor and everything. That is a bit of a chink in the armor there and everything like that. But I don't think it's from that at all. I think it's from all of this is just, it's a good time. And I know we keep beating this goddamn drum. But at this point, it's a fantastic time to be a pro wrestling fan. Everybody wanted these companies to both get to this point and do shit like this until they actually did it. And then now everybody wants to act like everybody's, fucking kowtowing. Everybody's scared about this. Everybody's fearful. You see, they didn't want to go here. It's like,
they're going to be bankrupt tomorrow.
Wants to see someone succeed until they actually do.
Yeah, and I mean, at the end of the day, man, I mean, realistically, again, I don't think this comes out of desperation. If I know the WWE the way I think I do, if I knew Shawn Michaels or know Shawn Michaels and Triple H the way I do, man, I highly believe that a big part of what's happening on Tuesday is because Triple H got really irritated answering those. So, like the Wednesday Night War, and then he had to say what he said as far as, oh, yeah, well, they beat our developmental. In his head, he's thinking, they're not fucking beating us this time. They're not doing it. I don't want to hear it.
100%. And I like that from both sides. I think that's what it is. I don't think it's from a position of being scared or fearful or anything like that, or the AEW effect.
They're flexing. They're just
your JD from NYs or whatever will tell you. But Brandon, what up? And he's a first-time viewer. Well, welcome to the debate here.
What's up, Brandon?
But I think, like you said, this is very much, both companies are just trying to flex their might here of just literally, we're going tit for tat here. If this is strap on and strap in, like we say.
Oh, absolutely, Nick. And if the fans out there think about this, and I know we're rambling, guys, but we're excited to be here on a Wednesday. Get in that chat. We see the numbers climbing as we go here. Say hello to everybody. Be a part of the family.
We're still before the show.
We will get to you guys, but me and Nick were having a wrestling conversation. We thought we would just hit the live button and do it with y'all.
Yeah, we were literally talking like all of 10 minutes before this. We're like, well, you want to do that?
But yeah, no, I mean, for me, you get, let's you get Pillman, which is kind of a nice signing, but you go Pillman and then Jade shows up. Now Edge. Now we're talking about CM Punk. We're talking about like the Super NXT.
Mercedes, Cena.
Yeah. Like we're just, they're bringing back shit. Next thing, The Undertaker will be having a match on a Tuesday.
But this is everybody that loved the Attitude Era. This is what we had. Yeah. This is exactly what we had. This is what we've all been asking for. So anyone that's poo-pooing this, you're a fucking hypocrite.
Well, is it fair to say that there was probably this much tribalism during the Attitude Era? We just didn't have the internet to curse at each other and run amok and speak horrible things.
There was no message boards. You couldn't pay Meltzer like $10 a month to sit there.
There might have been some, but it was those green on green screen.
That's where Tony Khan broke his teeth in the business.
That's right. That's when he got his booking credentials.
Right, 100%. Which I think we're more seasoned bookings. We're the Dusty Rhodes and Jim Cornette here of fucking booking when it comes to Tony Khan.
I'm sure the Khan Wrestling Federation had plenty of great book matches.
Oh, absolutely, over the years. 100%. Yeah, this man was heavy into like the No Mercy and the WrestleMania 2000 and all of that.
Yeah.
But absolutely. But that's the thing is, I think this is just best for business to use a Hunter line. You have both companies that are trying to sit there and anything you can do, I can do better. We even talked about it last night. If you got offered, if you were playing GM mode, you're a GM of a wrestling company, and you've got Edge on your roster.
Yeah,
and Edge is where he's at. And we're all going current day everything, and you get offered Jade Cargill and Brian Pillman for Edge. You might honestly make that trade.
I told you I would.
When you're coming from the position of power with WWE.
Well, and we'll talk about this more, and maybe we'll say hi to the chat, and then we'll transition to Dynamite tonight and the actual signing of Adam Copeland. And just like the people who think NXT is desperate, anybody that's shitting on Edge for making this move needs to just go sit on your hat, shut up. Just stop typing. Go play.
You are an asshole.
Right?
You are an asshole.
But let's get to the chat, say hi to the people, and start rolling.
Absolutely, 100%. BJ, missed you guys. Thought of you when I heard monkeys in the back today when Jericho would say it.
I don't know if I'm
is that a compliment or an insult?
Yeah, like well, the monkeys are gonna on over. But yeah, thank you for being
hey, we're the monkeys. We're just messing around.
Sammy Guevara, welcome back. Damien Bash 8 as well. Damien's always looking forward to the matches. He didn't even say he was. He just reported them.
He's just leader of the Hopium tribe, man. He's just letting his people know this is what we need to be excited about.
Right. Bash 8, welcome back. It's Dynamite on TBS because, so a lot of people were having problems with the listings of the show. Tony Khan put out a tweet about it. Apparently, it was showing that it was going live at 4 p.m. or they were having some issues. I don't know. Could you imagine, like, the Adam Copeland?
I'm just picturing when Homer Simpson was sitting there in the fucking moo and everything. He's got the fucking beaker bird hitting shit because they saw 4th anniversary and just hit it as 4 p.m. is when it went on and everything. That's 100%. But that's the thing is everything with AEW is 2 steps forward, 4 steps back. We signed Edge. We can't put out our show. Huge announcement. We fired CM Punk. Take 22 on Keith Lee and go.
Like, one of the hardest ones, Nick, is we did Wembley. Oh, everybody got in a fist fight. We had to fire our star. Shit. Right. That's the best one. Who else is in the house tonight? We got Bonkers back at it.
Oscar, what up? Steve G, what up? Gilly, what up? Richard, what up? What?
New name in the chat, I think. Super Landon. Good to see you. Good to see you. Keeping it blaze. Larry Mack, or I guess it would be Larry Mick, but that sounds inappropriate.
Yeah. Well, that's an Irish stereotype then.
Right.
You're Scottish, so you can't say it.
I think I can. What did Bonker say? Alexis is in the house, back in the swamp.
What are you doing in my swamp?
Why are we having the match again? Just saw on Wrestle Dream Jericho and Kenny Omega versus Sammy and Takeshita.
There's nothing else for them to do.
But now it's a 3-on-3 because again, this is this perpetual storylines of Chris Jericho that never ends. We talk about long-term story booking. Jericho took it way to the nth degree. Like it just doesn't end. Stop.
This is the song that never
This is the Jericho that never ends.
It goes on and on, my friends. And it starts with Judas in my mind.
Yeah, like honestly, I don't love Jericho working with Kenny. And I still keep saying, like, Jericho, I felt like last week he got a lot of good, good cheer. So I'll give him credit on that, where it's ado. But I think he's better as a heel. If he was digging in right now and versing Kenny, I could be more tolerant of that than what we're getting right now.
Oh, absolutely. They sold the tap out. Who
sold the tap out?
Is that an inside joke of with the UFC?
Maybe. Right.
Well, that's the only tap out I can think of is like the fucking tap out when the UFC first started off.
Right.
Here we got C Money with the historical facts here of all Celtic tribes can officially use the ethnic slur Mick, including the Scots.
Thank you, C Money. See, I'm okay.
I don't know how comfortable I feel that we're having to break down ethnic slurs.
Well, I'm just saying it. I mean, at least I'm not going to get canceled by the the British.
You can have that.
What's up? Jake's in the house. Good to see you. Joe Black is back. Juan is with us. Ricky Starks wants to listen. We talked about this kind of today. I believe that's true. I think the WWE and Ricky Starks is a marriage made in heaven. By the way, the program's starting. But I can't. I'll hold up when I got the beginning of the intro. And there's Adam Copeland on it. Let me know when you get Copes on the new AEW Dynamite intro, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, we are kicking off the show. It's going to be a fun one. And like I said, Adam Copeland has been added to the intro. That is Big Nick. I am KJ. We're going to have a fun night.
It just got removed from the SmackDown one. But yeah, I've still got the end of fucking Big Bang Theory.
Oh, for Christ's sake.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yes, make sure you hit like, subscribe, get in the chat, be a part of the convo, and be a member. And if you feel like we're missing your comment, the super chat's always there, the super stickers, or become a member. Find your way to stand out in the crowd. And as it gets busier, we're doing our best. We try and click on every comment. It's damn near impossible at this
point. There's a 33 1/3% chance we'll get a comment if you don't use the super chat or the super stickers or become a member or anything like that.
Did you get Edge?
If you want to better your odds.
Are you on the intro?
Yeah, yes. I got Pyros. I got Dynamite Anniversary. I still have no Copeland. I'm still not U2 with
you missed him in the music intro.
Oh,
if you got Pyro and stuff, you missed he was like the third clip in the new intro.
Well, you can tell it's a great intro. If you blink and you miss it.
Right, there we go.
There, I've got we'll hear from Rated R superstar Adam Copeland tonight as video on the screen.
Question to the fans out there. Does Dynamite need a new theme? They've had the same one the whole time. Is it time to mix it up?
Like the fuse, bring the boom, Dynamite.
Yeah, I don't know. Is it can we do something new?
I throw my hands up in the air sometimes singing. That's the only other Dynamite song I think of. I've got Jericho and Kenny looking like he just woke up getting interviewed backstage.
Okay, so you are slightly ahead. There we go.
You good?
Yeah, I'm got Jericho talking right now. My favorite.
Right. I still have Renee and Moxley good. Now I got Jericho running his yapper.
Why is Jericho? Do your belt up, bro.
Well,
hey, Kobe's here.
The fucking ceiling tiles right now.
Oh, well, hey, what did we say the other night? How long before Adam Copeland and Jericho are on screen together? Man, first chance we get.
It's amazing though that the 1999 WWE roster is the main event scene of AEW Dynamite right now.
It's insane, bro. Renee Moxley, good looking, phenomenal as always. Big
it's so crazy. Sorry, it's crazy to me. You don't think of Edge of being this super tall guy or anything. He shows up here next to Jericho, Kenny, and Renee. He's fucking the Undertaker walking into the goddamn room.
He's a giant,
he's the tallest motherfucker significantly.
Right? He's eye to eye with Luchasaurus. You're like, wait a minute.
Seriously. Like,
right?
Now I know why they call WWE the land of the giants.
Right. Well, fuck. Like, I mean, if you're standing, you figure Edge standing face to face with Roman, even though Roman's not an overly tall guy, but again, it's just the overall size of the guys we're used to seeing him in the ring with.
Yeah, see, like, but that's the thing of people going from WWE to AEW. A little bit of
what is happening.
You're going from the Shark Tank to the Guppy Pool.
Did anyone catch that?
No.
I read at the end of the interview, Jericho's smiling, and then they both made a funny face because I think we heard a scream in the background. Maybe it was my imagination.
No, you're fine. I just got Jericho with the funny face and then looking away. Like I'm like on like a 10 to 15 second delay behind you.
Right? Are we surprised that's how they started the show? They didn't just start with "You think you know me."
Yes, very much. Yes, honestly,
you
that's the way you should have. That's the way you should have.
Jericho
while the iron's hot. I've got
Young Bucks coming to the ring.
Yeah.
Okay, so folks, we're kicking this off right away. Blunt time. What's up, Drew? How you doing? How you doing? Sing Dynamite is epic. No.
Sing it then, sir. I don't
sing it, right?
Apparently you have the voice of an angel.
And Sarah McLachlan.
In the arms of a con.
So Young Bucks coming to the ring. Are you not so, like, to me, if I'm being a cynic here, Nick, you have this big new signing, right? Everyone can't wait to hear from him. And what's the first thing we get on Dynamite? Chris Jericho to remind everybody I'm still here.
I would expect nothing less because, say it with me, folks, if you know it, WCW 100%. Look at the adjective. Con.
And you know when someone or something gets on your nerve and you just kind of over focus, and I feel like at times I do that with Jericho because I'm so kind of over it. Again, it just feels like all these coincidences over and we've seen so much happen with this guy over the last couple of years.
Got the shit going back to back. Got this shit going
Crazy.
back to back. Like that's the thing is it's one thing if it's Jericho, fine. And then he goes from the backstage segment and he sits there and he comes out and on this day and he
Why
comes
wouldn't
out
the
and
show
has
open
his
with
whole
that?
promo. That right. But I'm saying even if you have Jericho's got to get his rocks off and he starts off the show. And that's what transitions to Edge kicking it off in the ring. That's one thing. To go from Jericho, you see Edge on screen. You don't get the full Edge. You don't get the full Copeland. You just get Adam. And then now we're
international title.
The Bucks going on.
Yeah, a lot of people buzzing about the it feels like since Punk left, the Bucks have been more prominent on AEW.
Just a little bit.
But like again, not really getting anyone else over, not working programs, just going right to title pictures.
A lot. Like they're already now the trios champions. They've got a AEW tag title shot. They've got now Nick Jackson's taking on Fenix for the international championship.
Yeah, it does look like a different set of gear. I think I just saw it in the chat about Ray Fenix. But we will take your predictions, folks. If you're new here, we take a prediction on all the matches. Plus, we take a rating out of 10. At the end of the night, we want to know what the fans think about the shows. So make sure you get in that chat. If you're an AEW fan, WWE fan, GCW fan, and so on and so on and so on.
Fan.
If you're a wrestling fan, this is the place you need to be as this match kicks off, Nick.
Right.
Nick.
Yeah. So I've got right now Jackson, elbow tie or wrist lock tie up. Fenix roll out. I'm just trying to make sure we're on point here.
Ding. Richard, survey says. Oh, you don't have anything. There you go. Sir, I should have read it for you.
Oh, me potato salad.
Right? Yeah, man.
What doesn't work for me, brother?
That's what it feels like, guys. And listen, people who've watched me go on multiple Jericho tirades, but it just feels so blatantly obvious. And to me, it's disappointing and it's affecting. To me, a guy like that is hurting the company, not helping the company. And
when
I know
you hear guys like Bobby Fish, of all people, and we all know Bobby Fish is very
a little upstream,
really kind of he's going upstream whenever he's going downstream. But when he's saying that backstage at AEW is super free and pretty much everybody just does what they want, I think that's pretty much the most candid view backstage behind the curtain that you're going to get, because he probably knows he's never going back there.
Unless he's one of the dudes in the suit in the mask. But
it'd be amazing. But even then,
talk about that.
Well, but could they? Do you not believe that he could feel that he could speak that freely about what's going on backstage?
Yeah, I think. Like, you remember when all the releases happened and the Moxleys and everybody did their stint on Jericho, where it was basically an hour of them just shitting all over WWE and Jericho playing the fence, so he still had a backdoor if anything went wrong. Yeah. But I think more people that leave AEW, you'll hear some truth, some of the politics. We've already heard whispers of it and insiders talking about it and the leaking to the
arm drag on the outside that was convoluted as shit.
Oh, by the way, yeah,
Fenix may have hurt himself.
I got them in the crowd, like they just went up over the guardrail. Nick,
I will let you know when I get there because I'm not there.
Fenix up top, the move that knocked Moxie out. Apparently, oh no, he missed. Went for the kick.
I just got him going into the crowd now.
All right, let me know when Fenix misses a kick and then goes for a power bomb. It looks like it.
That's like saying, let me know when Tony Schiavone.
You'll see it. He'll be on the guardrail when he does it.
oh yeah. He goes. He kind of.
You saw it.
Yeah. Then the Hurricane Rana onto the ground there.
There we go. I feel closer to you now. What's up, Steve?
Hands, touching hands, reaching out, touching me. Pause.
Touching you. I know. Anyway, Brandon. There you go. We got that one already. I don't think WWE is desperate by any stretch of the imagination. No, I think they're flexing. I think they're flexing back. And I think, again, you got to remember, I think one of the things we talked about a lot with Tony Khan is just do you, boo-boo, and say less. Say less. This way, you don't incite shit like this. You could have had this big Tuesday night debut of Edge, and you bragged so much before that they were like, hold on. That video going around of Shawn Michaels with the dub is hilarious.
I still do think though that they would have done this, whether he was really hyping it up or not.
Yeah.
Cheerio, gents.
But is that not what Tony? Oh, sorry.
No, I was just reading the comment.
Picture.
Yes.
What's up, Smile Mark? Now, is that not what Tony kind of did? He could have debuted Edge tonight or Saturday, but he's debuting Edge on that particular night. So
you do it on the biggest shot. You 100%. Yeah. You sit there and sit there.
I'm not faulting him. That did.
It's the new era. This is the dawning of the age of Aquarius. So we got the rated R era, 100%.
Mm-hmm. But folks, we are in picture. Nick Jackson taking on Rey Fenix for the IC title, essentially. And they're rolling along. I wonder if Nick wins this.
No, please no.
Yeah.
No.
Jericho Hogan. We should get T-shirts made. Jericho Hogan.
I think I know a guy. Why?
I should write that down.
There we go.
You get some of the proceeds.
That means you have to buy the first one.
Jericho Hogan. But listen, guys, I'm going to make Jericho Hogan T-shirts, but I want to sell at least 100 of them. I want to see people all around the world taking pictures with their Jericho Hogan T-shirts.
I want to see someone do Jericho or just run into Jericho drunk at a fucking Texas Roadhouse and get a picture with Chris Jericho wearing a Jericho Hogan fucking T-shirt.
Jericho Hogan running wild.
Absolutely.
I can't wait for the rise and fall of AEW. I can wait for the fall for sure. I don't want the fall, guys.
Yeah, well, I mean, I do get the extent of like I personally.
Yeah, no, I get it too.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, but I still don't think that this is going to end anytime soon, and I'm interested to see where Edge, Adam Copeland being there goes now, because to me, he's what they wanted in CM Punk, except he's not as polarizing.
Well, that's what I'm hoping. That I really hope that Edge gets in there and he's really able to contribute. Like you really have to. Like, hopefully, people are willing to listen. Like when he's sitting there and they're booking something for him or around him, that they'll respect him enough to listen to him. And maybe he has a softer touch than Punk.
Well, I will say this, of even like the hardcore AEW fans that are anti this for whatever reason, and the hardcore WWE fans that are like, you traitor everything.
Yeah.
The consensus of wrestling fandom, the IWC, as much as I hate to use that term,
right,
has pretty much just told both of them, you're idiots. Please kindly shut up. This is pretty cool. Let us just enjoy our thing. So right. I think no matter which way it goes, like it was the best of times. It was the worst of times. Like we're in the fucking thick of it now.
Into the thick of it. KG, you just made me feel special. You are special, my guy.
You're all NDA special. And the restraining order is in the mail.
Alexis is buffering. AEW means Adam Edge wins. Okay, I'll take that, Rocco.
Hey, yeah, it's better than all friends wrestling. So
big super kick, both.
Double head kick,
everyone down.
High kick. Yeah.
They're on their feet, man. I'll give them. I'll say that. The whole crowd standing. How you guys feeling about this match so far? Nick wins punishment over Mox.
Huh?
My mommy lay over my daddy. Anyway, I'd say
AEW today. I don't know.
AEW would possibly drop Collision, maybe, or drop Rampage with Collision shows. I don't know what the strategy is here. I think Tony Khan's too prideful. We talk about what was the report this week? 360,000 people watched Collision last week, an all-time low for AEW.
Oh, absolutely. Well, 100%. Yeah, he's gone. Yeah, and so are the fans. One of those shows becomes Ring of Honor, and we go to Dynamite is your show. You have Monday Night Raw, and you have whatever night Ring of Honor.
Right. Well, listen. I 100% agree with that. If they could do Friday night Ring of Honor, I'd be happy to do that last hour on Fridays. Like, and again, find people that you're developing. They're up and coming. Selling the ankle
into a cover.
But yeah, I mean, use Ring of Honor as a developmental. You see what WWE has done with NXT. Do that with Ring of Honor. Don't use it to book all these guys just because you got a really big heart and you like seeing them do well. You're running a business. You got to make, good choices. And you promised when you bought the damn thing that you were going to treat it good. You understood the heritage and the history of Ring of Honor. And I feel like he's not living up to that word.
Well, yeah, it's one of those. It's so weird of Tony. We know him as he's such a wrestling smart. Like we were joking about how he would have been one of those on the message boards in the early 2000s, everything. Right. Tape trading and everything, and so you get handed Ring of Honor. Oh, 1, 2 count. You get handed Ring of Honor, and you proceed to do fuck and all with it, and let it become worse than what you had with Dark and Dark Elevation.
Right. Yeah, it's unfortunate. It really is, and you saw, the decline of interest. I mean, this weekend they're going up against Fastlane. It's going to be a hard night for them again. College football, Fastlane. I mean, it's a grind, and they're going to have to make some decisions because at some point the networks. Every report comes out that the network's thrilled, but I mean, at some point, is enough? Like, hey, we can put on Forrest Gump and get more viewers.
Unless you're like Russo and think that Tony's paying the network.
That kind of speaks to a volume to me. Like really? That's up here. Like I kind of resonates where you're like, why would they be okay with this? Oh, wait, blocked. All right, we're got.
Oh, springboard test of strength still going on.
Stunner from the top.
Hunter. One count.
One count off of that. One count.
Maybe. Woo! All right, guys. The match is definitely off to a crazy start. Again, for the guy, if you like the high flying, no selling stuff, this is phenomenal. I'm enjoying the match a lot. But man, what do you got to do to get a win?
I see there is no pleasing you. I see there is no finishing you.
Right? EVPs are not Strazo here. Oh, Poison Rana.
I will put it this.
Springboard.
Oh, he's okay though.
Oh, into a Canadian destroyer.
Wow, that was impressive.
That's some gymnastics, but it was impressive. Shit. No way. Please don't win this match. And he kicked out.
That was impressive.
Thank God, no. But I was about to say the Young Bucks are the fucking P. Diddy of pro wrestling. If you don't want a tag team that's all up in the show, all up in the promo, all up in the creative, come to WWE.
Come to AEW.
Come to AEW.
No, I mean. And again, this comment, they haven't really been draws. Like from all, and it's, I mean, this is a good match. And I know it's the tradition, like some of the traditionals out there don't love it.
Taker Fenix sits up and just eats another knee.
Like how much?
Bro, fucking Nick Jackson is getting the fucking skull and a half. You can clearly see that landing spot on the back of his scalp.
He kicked out, Nick. He kicked out again. He kicked out of the V trigger.
That's fine. I just going to keep laughing at Nick Jackson because he can't win this. If he wins this will be the shortest time I've been on a Dynamite stream.
You brought me up for this shit?
You invited me in this house. There will be no hateration and holleration in this household. In this territory.
Oh, Fenix is fine. After having his brain scrambled.
And we get the rope spot into the running kick. Frog splash.
What a match. That hurt his hip.
Two.
Ah, two. What do we got to do? But he grabbed his hip.
No finishing you, Mr. Jackson.
It's a good match, though. Young Bucks are not a draw in AEW, in my opinion. They've struggled to be a draw 100%. They really, really have. And I don't think people take them serious. And I don't think they presented themselves seriously yet in any way, shape, or form.
Yes, and yes. And you roll through Roll through back to no. Don't do it this way. Not this way.
It's over. And still, it's the easy way out.
No, it's Nick Jackson loses nothing. Nobody gains nothing, and nobody loses anything.
Yeah, I always say that it's the chicken shit finish, but again, a great match, great energy. But Fenix looks upset. I think he hurt his hip.
Oh yeah, I think he's probably fucked too.
But
yeah, they're literally having to help this man up.
Now, listen, if he's just selling great, that's what I hope. But when he came off that the splash, he literally grabbed his hip before he made that pin.
Yeah, and he collapses right there, and he's grabbing right at the back of him. This is fucking Red Skull right now, just showing up in the AEW locker room of like.
At what point? Look, he didn't even celebrate.
Yeah, and then we just cut away to it. So wait until next week, Title Tuesday, when we get a fucking Fatal 4-Way or something for a new international champion.
Right now we got the audio's not working. Is your audio
shocker? Technical difficulties.
Is your audio not working?
Not at all. That's why I was like, I'm gonna just keep talking because I can't hear shit. I can see shit. I can't hear shit. I want to get the scarf, but I can't hear MJF. So
we're getting the arena feed. We're getting the arena feed.
Right. So we're going on almost a month straight of AEW having
production blotches,
blatant production and technical difficulties. Now I've got Adam Cole talking, and I hear nothing. What? What does he say, Sonny?
Look at this. Fucking Roddy Strong looking like he's fucking from Sin City.
He's looking like he's fucking. This is fucking misery out here of like they're gonna sit there and smash his ankles. But yeah, by the way, anybody that's tuning in, we're just talking because we can't hear nothing.
I really wish I could hear this shit.
Yeah, and this is the one that WWE shudders and clamors about and fears like the boogeyman.
Look, they're bonding, dude.
And we're just focusing on a goddamn giraffe for some reason.
It's provocative.
And no one knows. Trust me, with no audio, and no one knows what it means, but it gets the people going, apparently.
Furniture. I'm trying to hear.
How has this been going for this long, and no one realizes that this is going out wrong? Like this is going out fucked up. Now this is putting a whole level of respect on fucking Bucky Bucktooth Beaver there, Kevin Dunn. Because
Kevin Dunn looks like a fucking genius.
Fuck-ups like this on the other shows.
Wow.
Impact can get their shit right. Why can't you, Tony?
Mm-hmm. Keyshawn, I would argue that they would struggle to draw in New Japan nowadays. I think that time is come and gone. What is happening? That with no audio, that whole Adam Cole face was really awkward and a little concerning.
This whole thing is awkward.
Look, they're all.
I'm just watching Roderick Strong in a neck brace and a fucking hospital gown stroke a fucking stuffed giraffe
with no audio. So there's
with no audio, with no context to any of the situation.
It's just
like, happy birthday, Tony.
With no audio.
4-year anniversary, by the way, of Dynamite, and we've had now at least two, if almost 3 segments in a row, botched back to back to back.
What?
And this whole thing of like, I don't know, it blows my mind, man. Of just like, we're friends.
Oh, now we got audio.
And great.
Already in the ring, Griff Garrison.
F.A. All the Pillman talk is ironic.
I don't know because we didn't hear anything for the last half hour.
Is it not a little ironic that we're getting Griff Garrison on Dynamite for the first time in eons?
Yeah, so he can job.
Well, yeah, but
he 100% has jobber face on.
This is what they're going to say.
100%,
right? Just remind everybody that they were a jobber team.
Anytime now that it gets quiet for half a second, like they did. Yeah. And now his opponent. Jobbity, job.
All right. Don't you?
I don't know. He has a little bit of this face of like, all right, Tony, so you brought me in to do 30 seconds to say, well, I booked you, right?
Right.
Yeah, ding, ding.
Oh, it looks like we're getting heel Wardlow.
Can you call him a heel when he's just stomping a mud hole in somebody's ass and walking it dry?
It feels like he's got a chip on his shoulder. He's coming back with a different attitude.
If I hadn't been on and showed up to work because my boss hasn't told me he needs me in like fucking 3 months, I'd probably have a chip on my shoulder too, motherfucker.
But never mind. We're getting the Powerbomb Symphony, so I'm assuming he's still
right. Baby. Yeah. This is what you call an ass.
Oh my god. This is insane. And he was never seen again.
Right. I need to go now. My planet needs me.
He's already dead. Pin him.
Stop. He's already dead. And Griff Garrison has been featured in
another one
by AEW. And Tony's spelling it as because he had his 5th powerbomb of it's Wardlow's 5th, and the ref calls it off. Not even a pin. Literally, he was just beating the bejesus out of this man so much they said, "Stop! He's already dead."
And then he just walked out through the crowd,
going straight to Hunter.
No. Hey, Papa Paul, how you doing?
Hey, Papa Paul.
You're like, why are you in your gear at my front door? I walked here.
From Seattle?
Yeah.
I live in Connecticut.
We're getting a replay of last Sunday. I'm still, fans out there, we got 60 people hanging around with us on a beautiful Wednesday night. Answer me this. Are you surprised, not bad or good, but surprised that Edge did not open the show? Why did Dynamite not start with, "You think you know me"? Unless they save him for late and there's an angle to it. That's the only.
We don't mean this, con man.
But I still think you open the show with them and have your angle later.
I think, regardless of angle, anything, it's your most talked about thing. So unless you think you can somehow outdo that moment in your main event, you kick off the show with this, or you kick off the show with this. WWE tries it all the time. They just constantly just do the same segments, but you kick off the show with this, and you end it with, if you're going to do an angle, you tease to the angle at the end, and you bait the hook.
Yeah. Yeah, you well, and I think we hear it all the time about threading, right? Like you just described, you thread it through the show to kind of keep you around, and then there's a payoff.
Exactly. At this point now, you're going to get people flipping in and out of, all right, so cool. They're saying he's still going to come. He's still later on tonight. He's going to talk. So cool. So I'll come back later on tonight.
Yeah. Yeah, kind of, sort of. So, I mean, very interesting, but I mean, we'll see how this goes, how it all plays out. I would argue that first match was really exciting, even if, I mean, it was a crazy match.
It was a very AEW match, and that's fine. Because if AEW just decides it wants to stay in its own fucking lane,
I'm good with that.
Its lane instead of just being WWE G League, then that's fine.
And I can appreciate that match for what it was. I don't want a whole wrestling show of those matches, but I get it. Like, I mean, I thought it was fun. It was exciting. I think that I really do struggle with the no selling. There's a bit of an issue with not selling anything. Like just instantly taking 3 finishers and being fine.
Well, I'm going to no-sell this.
All right, folks. We are in a commercial break. Nick is going to take a commercial break, and we continue to roll here at the Wrestling for Life Network. I see the numbers, a good amount of numbers hanging out with us here tonight. Make sure you hit like, subscribe. We are back tomorrow. Ringside or Anthony and Luna Havoc for Impact. Then we're back on Friday. Doubleheader. Me and Nick will be back at it. And then we got Fastlane this weekend. We got Bound for Glory coming up. We got more and more. We got a 2-week Halloween Havoc coming up. We got the Tuesday to remember as we get a stacked NXT going against the stacked Dynamite. It's good times, folks. So make sure, click that little bell too. You never know when we're going to pop up. No, you milked the ratings. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. I understand that. But I don't know. Okay, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. We'll see if it paid off. Or if it I wonder if like Nick thought you get a bit of a bow, like people will come back later. But I still think you could have had him open the show, did a little something, and then work to it. But I'm not saying I'm wrong. I'm just curious who was surprised by it. Wow, it should have started with Adam, so John feels that way. Got MLB playoffs going on right now. People are watching. Touche, Dale. That's a very good point. I was watching MLB, and sadly, my BJs have failed me again. Always getting in trouble with those. Edge and Christian barbed wire death match. I hope no. Come on, Keyshawn. Right? They brought him back for 30 seconds. Wow, entrance included. Again, if you have a point to this, Joe, like if he comes out next week or if he comes out on Saturday and does it all over again and does it again and does it again, I'm completely okay with it. I find it a little coincidental. And again, we're talking about the tit for tat world that we're in of wrestling right now. I do find it, and if anybody agrees with me, let me know. Even if you disagree with me, it's so funny that we get Griff Garrison jobbing completely out in the times that Brian Pillman has made news. But I got Don Callis and Takeshita on screen. This show hasn't been very good. I'm not there yet, Joe. I thought I didn't love the opening of the show just because what I was kind of hoping for. But maybe it was okay. Anytime Jericho was on the screen, I kind of cringe a little. The opening match was all right. Now we're into this stuff. So we'll see. I mean, it's crazy that we never heard any part of that vignette from the Kingdom and Adam Cole. It looked like Roddy Strong and Adam Cole are bonding and friends again. So what does that mean for the storyline? And ultimately, Nick's theory that MJF, and I'll wait for Nick to come back. We'll dive back into this. But Nick had his theory that MJF is actually the double. It's a ruse the whole time, that MJF's going to be the man behind the mask. And what happened at the pay-per-view kind of made me feel like he could be right, or he's a little more closer to being right than I thought last week. MJF coming out and being the one to point out, like, hey, somebody stole my mask. It felt very fishy to me, but we'll get into that. But I got Don Callis talking about the match tonight as we go back to the announcers at ringside or stage side. AEW no selling too much, surely you jest. I say this in jest, good sir. Good time to be a wrestling fan. Liam, welcome. And I completely agree. They're replaying it? Ladies and gentlemen, they are replaying the vignette that we just got. We got the Chaplin version. Now we're getting the actual version. This is a little bushy for me. So what's getting cut from the show for this? Like, maybe you should have just let it go. But I mean, if it's pivotal to where we're going tonight or in a story, what do? I think you just put it on social media right? Just put it out on social media the way it is. This is war. Yeah, it is. And this, sometimes we're getting, that part with petting the draft didn't get better with music, especially this music. I don't know, guys. I don't know how we feel about this. This makes it worse. Right? We got that corny music with the oh my God. All right. I find it crazy that they're replaying this. Do a replay on Saturday. That's just what best friends do, right, Adam? What is happening here? And off to Ibiza. This was better without the music. Holy shit. Where's Nick? Black Star, what happened? Oh my God, I don't know. Where do you want me to begin? This is a weird segment. Oh, fuck. This has so much like it's giving off a certain vibe, and I don't want to say what the vibe is, but I'm sure many of you can surmise the vibe that this is awesome. Like, this might have been better without the audio. Weird. Yeah, who got cut? What are we not going to get now? Hey, Adam! See, this has such a funny vibe to it. Don't leave yet. I really need your help. As we got Butcher and the Blade. Here come the Acclaimed. Yeah, they said there was audio issues. I caught that. I think they should have just moved on with the show. You could always put the actual vignette out on social media. You know people were going to correct it. I'd rather them just move on. That didn't add to the show or the storyline or anything, guys. We could have surmised without the sound what was going to happen, right? Or what the idea was. Oh, look, Adam Cole and Roddy are bonding. You know, they're reaffirming their relationship. Yeah, I really think you should have just kept going. Again, it feels like panicky kind of knee-jerk reaction to things. Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, right. It wasn't good. The Kingdom don't speak, right? They didn't care for the audio to be added. The con giveth, the con taketh away. We got a jump start, by the way. Oh, yeah, it's Trios title. As Kip Sabian's also with the Butcher and the Blade. Oh, man. What the fudge is going on with AEW tonight? It does, like Nick said, like it really has that funny vibe to it, guys, of like, oh my God, Edge is here. Oh my God, what the fuck is happening on Dynamite? Like the ebbs and flow of Tony, it's a marvelous thing. It's almost artistic. Scissor Me Jones. We went from that vignette to Scissor Me Jones. We finally got the bell ringing, by the way. I thought the match had started, but Ref Aubrey didn't make it official till now. Roddy is just using Adam Cole. Dun, dun, dun. Is he ever? Definitely giving off that vibe. The trios titles truly have no division. It got abandoned. It was like when the Young Bucks had all that issue with FTR and they were upset that FTR was getting over the way they were and they refused to drop the belts to them. Then they decided to go to trios. Sorry, I got completely popped there for a second. But when the Young Bucks in that felt like they introduced the trios belts so they could have them. And then since they got them and they had that 7-match series, it kind of fell off for me. Like it never went anywhere. And then now it feels like we have a void tag team division and a void trios division in AEW. As a fan, I would really like to see them have a more solidified tag division and a more solidified trios division if you're going to keep it. Goofy Wrestling for Life, right, Nunya? Welcome. By the way, Cornette is about to have a field day. I love the shows that I know are going like so anti-Jim because I know he's going to just fucking implode. Those are I can't wait for the next one because on a night that things just go south, like kind of like the way this one's been a mess, a hot mess. Yeah, he's licking his chops to go off. Yeah, speaking of corny, please let the Butcher and Blade win with raps. When the raps are awful. There you go. Chair, I like Butcher and Blade a lot. Again, where I want to solidify a tag team division, I'd be using Butcher and Blade a lot more. Wishing paint dry is better than watching the show sometimes, and good show, bro. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Alan. Thank you. It's good to see you. Thank you for being here. And yeah, I don't know if the show's boring though.
Well, speaking even when the wrestling boring, sucks, speaking of never boring though, well, 100% with us. But yeah, even when the wrestling sucks, we never do 100%.
No, absolutely, Nick. So I don't know. I guess you caught that they put the show back on. They put the vignette back on, and it got worse. It got worse with audio.
I'm not surprised.
Right.
I really don't know what to make of this. Like, there now seems to be, as I'm in picture, by the way.
Yeah, me too.
I know I've said some things about Vince Russo, and that's the thing is I know we know people who are friends with Vince and everything. Like, we've talked to Vince. Like, I really almost feel like maybe he is paying the fucking company, because would you, if you're Time Warner, if you're Warner Discovery, do you allow constant fuck ups like this to happen on what is supposed to be the company that you're going to move to Max, that you're going to pay billions of dollars from? We've heard all these new media rights deals, everything, and we see technical fuck up after technical fuck up after technical fuck up.
Right? At what point do they step in and start sending, like, listen, guys, we don't mind you having on our network, blah, 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 but we're sending you the following 5 people. Like, at what point do you get that? You start really tightening those ties with the network, because now they have vested interest in correcting the shit.
Oh, absolutely. Well, that depends on how much, if he's paying or if they're paying him. That all depends on that.
Right.
See wrestling, what up? Hi. Hey there, hi there, ho there. As we got a 2 count. So is this just Bowens and Daddy Ass versus Butch and the Blade?
No. It's the trios title.
Who? Oh, so then Kip's teaming with Butch and the Blade?
Oh, yeah, dude. Okay. Next Tuesday, Bryan Danielson versus Swerve Strickland.
Strap on and strap in.
Here we go. The announcements begin.
Bombs over Baghdad.
Scissor Me Jones.
And when we're bringing up Saraya versus Hikaru Shida for the AEW Women's Championship, we're bigging up Adam Copeland making his debut AEW match versus Luchasaurus 100%.
Right.
This is, you could get with this or you could get with that. You could get with this, but you can get with
what?
That.
Moxley versus Fenix Part 3 next Tuesday.
As the concussion turns.
And they're just throwing it in the graphic. I'm surprised, like, they're announcing their whole card. So,
but see, I will say this, as so the Acclaim picks up the win. I will say this in the sense of, as much as certain people like you or I would look at that as it's a bit poor marketing. You're not bigging it up or anything.
Quiet, subtle.
But that's the thing, is the AEW fan, the diehard, is going to say, see, they didn't have to do a huge announcement. Right. They didn't have to do a backstage segment. They didn't have to do this. They could just slide it into a match.
Well, unfortunately, I also think part of it is, John Cena showing up is not the same as John Moxley showing up.
Very true. Very true.
Just saying. Butcher and the Blade for tag titles. Yes, please. Speaking of tag, wait.
Portrait of a Star.
Dude, what did you? Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna hold for a second because
I've got RJ City talking to. And now who throws a shoe? Honestly, who throws
a shoe?
Why is she all looking fucking disheveled? Has RJ City just been holding?
That's disheveled. She looks amazing.
She looks like Chelsea Green. All she's missing is the fucking torn up wedding dress here a little bit. Right, but that's the thing. Has RJ City just been holding her captive in this fucking apartment?
Right, let her go.
I'm like, you're gonna tell me, woman. Do I have it or am I just lucky?
This is excellent, dude. I know you don't love it. I think this is great.
I'm starting to. It's just.
But
I'm starting to come around. Just initially, it was so much like,
but
over the top vaudeville-y shit and everything.
Touche. Well, do you feel like, based on, like, we watched that other vignette twice, and then you watch this one, and it's kind of like silliness on silliness on silliness. Like nobody's really that like. Where's the serious vignettes?
That's like I said, that's been my initial issue with this. This is so over the top.
I agree with you.
Yeah, that it's one of those of like, how can I get invested in this because it's so over the top.
Yeah, and I think maybe that's
timeless. Find that thread in the middle. Timeless Tony Storm premieres tonight.
I better go take a break and get back for that.
He's gonna go play wax his epiphany there. Hey, Timeless versus Epiphany. I'll take the Epiphany any day. Pause. But I am in a commercial break. Where's Curtis with the commercial break counter here? But as KJ fully take perfect timing for a commercial break. So I'll remind everybody 100% we are the Wrestling for Life Network. We do this for anything and everything when it comes to pro wrestling. We're just coming off of a whole week, all 7 days, because pretty much, and I think even before that, we were 7 days, 100% calling pro wrestling straight out because nobody covers it like we do. We got Dynamite tonight. We're back at it like a jackrabbit with Anthony and Luna tomorrow night for Impact. Then we got Friday, the ultimate go-home show before Fastlane. I still think they might add some matches on Friday for Fastlane. Then we've got Fastlane and Collision. And at this point, I feel like God only knows what we're going to end up showing up for on Sunday. So 100% be a friend, tell a friend, like, share, and subscribe. Do yourself a service. Hit that membership button. Be a friend, tell a friend. 100%. And I know we've got all the comments going on. You guys are fantastic. You guys are amazing. And I know we missed like half of y'all, but 100%. If you want to stand up, show up and show out because that's what the show is about. And also just help support the channel because 100% everything that comes our way goes back into the channel. Make sure we got that super chat, the super stickers as well. Tony and Julia Hart are carrying the women's division in AEW. Prove me wrong. And that's such a, if you would have looked back even like a year, 2 years ago, you would have thought that that would have been an improbable statement to say because Thunder Rosa is still doing Thunder Rosa things, whatever those may be. Britt Baker has overstayed her welcome, I will say. Not that she's bad, but she's been overused 100%. Like she even consumed the whole Jamie Hayter story, which whenever Hayter comes back, does she take over the women's division? Maybe kind of, sort of. What? Timeless? Fair enough. Calm down now, boss wants advance. What did boss say? Tony Storm reminded me to pick up some extra moisturizer. Pause. Relax, my guy. Props to TK. He requested an overrun due to audio issues. Solid move. But at the same time, like, do we want to give him props because you fucked up? Like, I get what you're saying on one hand, but at the same time, it's like, well, you're Tony Khan, right? You run this huge business. You're the one that runs everything. You know, you can handle everything. We're hearing deals about to where Warner's going to offer him more money and wants to have them exclusively here and pay for this rights and pay for that rights. So then why do we need to sit there and worry about audio issues? That would be what I'm saying. As I'm getting a replay right now, Danielson from Wrestle Dream Tour picked up the win over Zack Sabre Jr. in the Battle of the Technicians here. Where was it? Oh, Julia, yes. Tony, as Vince McMahon would say, no way in hell. She's getting there. Like in ring, I can't deny in ring. In ring, 100%, she's fantastic. It's just the character work outside of in ring to me has just been so way over the top that I fell out of love with it, like out of the gate, because it's just so over the top. Sergio, WWE is bad for you guys. Well, I feel like if you feel that way, then I feel like you think pro wrestling is bad for you. Statlander and Willows are a perfect counterbalance to those women I mentioned. Okie dokie. You can have that. As now, so we are hyping up a bit. We're not only tying in Wrestle Dream, but I feel like we're also halfway hyping up Danielson versus Swerve next week here, because we're getting now, after we got the replay of Danielson's match, we're getting a replay of Swerve versus Hangman, with Hangman doing the narration here, talking the whole time while he's holding his elbow. Why would Warner want to offer them more money when Khan's blaming them for his screw-ups? I don't know who's to blame, but I feel like it's most likely their initials are more TK instead of WD. Number one contenders match for the TNT Championship next week. Swerve Strickland versus Bryan Danielson. So Swerve's going to win. And so, but then a Swerve challenge Christian? Am I completely misremembering that Darby won it? I see Hangman costing Swerve the match next week against Bryan. Fair enough, fair enough. Sergio sounds scared. Yeah. Well, at least WWE don't have technical issues every other show lately, or almost every show at this point, it feels like. We have less technical issues than AEW. As we're getting a replay of the Devil from last week, and I'm still of the mindset of I can't even definitively say, oh, as they point out that the mask was stolen out of Adam Cole's locker. Yeah, because conveniently. But I don't think whoever it was that was in that mask last week is going to be who we actually get revealed was behind it at all. As I've got the Bang Bang Gang coming out right now of Juice and the Guns. And they've become my favorite iteration of the Bullet Club since, like, when Kenny and the Bucks were there, all of that. Like, I know obviously I'm getting behind a bit with Dave Finlay and all of that, but these guys, for an American audience, they have found again that same pocket, I guess, that like the Elite did, of just that annoying douchebag that really is actually really talented that we haven't paid a ton of attention to. Who's ready for story time with the Bang Bang Gang, baby? Pause. That's a lot of words to say. I guess it looks like Richard Martinez. What now? Wyatt, Swerve, and Bryan, the number one contenders for the mid-card title. Yeah, touche. It's been interesting of how long we haven't had somebody compete outside of Adam Cole for the main title. That's, I think, a bit hurting MJF more than anything. Of that world title has just been doing nothing but collecting dust. It was Cole in the mask. The ankles will work. We'll see. Cannot confirm nor deny. So we've already got Colton Gunn right now saying that blaming Max that he's the one that jumped Jay. What the fuck was that from Juice Robinson? As he's calling out MJF here. But I think this is going to be really interesting because I think that's obviously why the tie-in with the Devil Mask, that's why I think the Bullet Club connection feels forced. This is all going to hinder on really positioning MJF to look like the bad guy, whether he is the bad guy and he's pulling the wool over eyes, or whether he's not actually, and just has to deal with all of this and just be stereotyped and pigeonholed. I think that's going to be the way they go with this. Speaking of pigeonholed, I don't know if that was a good transition.
I think we're about to get the Masked Man in the back. Either, wait, I want to see if MJ. Okay, so while MJF's out here, I think we're going to get the Masked Man in the back to get rid of the, and it might be a trick. Then I did say the promo he cut before his match.
Tape delay.
Tape delay.
No, if to where it looks like it's alive, but it's a tape delay. If it was Max
into that, yeah. But I do think that his promo at Wrestle Dream kind of made me feel like maybe it is him. For him to get a promo and say it was stolen from my locker, da 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 da. I don't know.
Well, he got a huge pop right there of it appears the devil has arrived in Stockton, California.
I think, and I asked the question to the chat, and fact checkers out there let me know, but it sounded like new music for the Bullet Club, better music.
Fair enough.
Hashtag BBG.
Okie
There's
dokie. Juice Robinson, the talentless taint, says MJF.
Juice pointing at it. This thing?
Juice Robinson is the gift that keeps on giving with pro wrestling. Of just, he is the man that gives.
Look, he's giving the camera the taint fucks and a big
he's
old.
Like, he's like, I'm married to Toni Storm. There is nothing you can tell me. I've made enough money, and if I don't, she'll make enough money.
Right.
So fuck off.
How do you think the network feels about phallic gestures?
I don't know. How do you think the network feels about MGF? Just, I'm sorry, I didn't know what this did, and just happens to get an ass boys chant going on.
Right. What I laughed about was Moxley getting
as they're like earmuffs.
I'm magic. Isn't that nuts?
It is so interesting to me, and I've said this. You almost had to make MJF the babyface-ish, at least, because he's your captain. He's the captain of your team. He's the one that runs the shit up the flagpole, 100%. And you can't have him do that as he's the one that's like, fire me.
No, not at all. He called Tony Khan an effing mark.
Yeah.
Well, he just talked about it. I think I might be slightly ahead of you.
He's talking about having to give several children dodgeball-related injuries.
Right? I'm there, scumbag. Let me know when you get I'm there, scumbag.
There, I just got the effing mark line.
Right? And got a pop for it. You're a little bit loud.
Oh, sorry. I'm not just a scumbag. I'm their scumbag. And I'm not just a scumbag. I'm your scumbag.
Right. I would love the Devil MJF. He's great. Oh, there you go. Damien's kind of with you on wanting the Devil to beat MJF.
Please. It would make it way more interesting. And especially if Cole's going to be sidelined, where else do you go?
Right? What do you do? Like I said, my front runners were Adam Cole or David Finlay.
I don't get it because of the MJF tie-in. I don't get why you finger him as it. Pause.
Yeah, like I think because I don't know. I was tying into Wrestle Dream. So now I think like it's probably not David Finlay. I mean, is it Adam Cole? Is it MJF? I think it's Adam Cole. But then
that still would be amazing. And we all need to. If Tony Khan pulls that off, he is fucking Rain Manor.
But I do find like the silly little vignette doesn't help that story.
No, well, when you fuck it up and then you do it again and it's still awkward and even more awkward somehow with it airing correctly, that doesn't help it. But if Tony Khan pulls it off that was Adam Cole and he's fucking pulled the devil and pulled the wool over all of our eyes. This man is playing fucking 4D chess type shit.
Yeah, and what I meant when I said props to Tony for extending the show is that, and again, is it his fault? But he did ask for the extension because he. Oh, there's Switchblade. Switchblade taken out. MJF looking at that belt. I like it.
I'm waiting for that match. I think that's going to be a hell of a match, and that's what it's going to be the next time you see the Devil get involved.
Big pop for him for Jay White holding up that belt, or pretty good pop.
I like the sign that says hashtag save heels. But so Jay White standing over top of MJF, holding up the belt, draping it over him, everything. And notice, though, how the fans go just as quickly from cheering for MJF as they do to cheer for Jay White.
Yeah, it's a little confusing.
It's one of those like, I just want someone cool to hold the belt.
Right? MJF sells poison milk to school children.
What?
Let's be honest.
I heard it.
Ooh, let's be honest. Mac's mic skills have dropped. Cheap pops. I don't subscribe to that fully, Nick.
I think it becomes if you watch a heavyweight fighter or anything like that, and they're in a gym and they keep sparring with guys that are nowhere near the caliber, their skills are going to diminish because that's just, I don't have to go to that point anymore. I don't have to reach there because I know I can just do this and hit you with it.
Yeah, and I always advocate for audience participation. I always want the fans to be involved, and Max just did that in that promo. You might call it cheap pops, but it's the baby face routine. It's what guys of the past have done, and that's where we see the most over. Like even in LA Knight, you get the crowd involved. It works, and that's what Max does extremely well.
But would you say Max is better now than when he was, say, having promos back and forth with even a Cody, a CM Punk, or anybody that could actually push back?
I liked him better as when he was sharp, when he was a sharp heel, and you never knew what he was going to say, and him going after Tony Khan. Like I thought there was like something there with him being defiant to the company. And it might have accidentally turned him heel, but with a chip on his shoulder instead of playful and kangaroo-y.
I hate the fucking kangaroo shit. Kangaroo show.
I knew it was coming. But why Jay White cutting a promo on the stage on Max, got the belt on his shoulder. Sorry, Nick.
No, you're fine. I was just laughing at CJ saying, imagine being robbed on live TV. November 18th. The Full Gear MJF versus Switchblade Jay White. So we're announcing a match for November in over a month away now.
It's interesting. And again, you still have all like this Adam Cole and Roddy stuff in the background of all this. So, I mean, we got a month to build this story and we'll see how they do it.
I'm taking this.
If you're not down with that, we have
2 words for you.
Interesting.
Change channel.
No tofu. I got 2 words for you. You're on.
So MJF versus Jay White for the AEW World Championship at Full Gear. And MJF, babyface or heel, he's fantastic. Cutting an intense promo, cutting up subdued promo, a comedic promo, anything like that. I think it's just literally, there is no one. It's one of those, we've always said iron sharpens iron. Yeah. And it's one of those of there is no one that can spar with him. So he's gonna just go to, well, this works every time I spar, so why am I going to push myself further than that? You stop using those muscles.
Yeah, no, 100%. You're not wrong with that at all, Nick. And I mean, I think, again, it is what it is, but it's compelling. He's your biggest draw. He does bring in viewers, and he's good. He's the guy that you put out there when you want a Grand Slam to sell more tickets. And you can't fault him at all. He's given it.
Oh no, 100%. He has the curse and the blessing of he's too good at everything.
A little bit at times. And again, I know sometimes it seems like, I understand when he comes out and calls Samoa Joe fat, it is a bit of a low blow. It is a bit of low-hanging fruit. It's not really creative. But when he's getting the crowd to do the chant for him without saying it, that's good shit to me.
You're the same man who was here when him and Jay White had like a 20-minute plus fucking promo off and everything like that. Right. So as much as you're saying what you're saying, let's just turn the clock back a week to where you're like, end this already.
Yeah, and again, I think that to me speaks to what we talked about tonight about the production level and the quality of the production. Like you said, like do you pat Tony on the back, or do you still kind of go like, who fucked up?
No, right.
But at the end of the day, yeah, I mean, even in that situation, if you love MJF, he's out there for 20 minutes just talking. You're like, okay, you can go home now.
Mm.
And here comes speaking of you can go home now.
I was gonna say, speaking of going home. Chris Jericho coming out right now after we had OC and Hook backstage getting interviewed.
Yes. There you go.
You good?
Yeah, I was going to say something, but I let it go. I let it. Yeah, I was going to be a smart ass about Chris Jericho, and I just let it slide this time. It's Jericho! Hogan to the ring.
Yeah.
I guess it makes a little bit of sense as the pay-per-view was main evented by the TNT title. I don't know.
Okay. Reference point, sir.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the context there. Jay White should have finished with, "I got 2 words for you. You lose."
Wah, wah, wah. That's if I gave you a list of responses that you could have chosen for that one, no offense, Larry, but that's one of the bottom tier ones you'd pick.
Do you find it intriguing, like when you know that's a blatant WWE thing, and again, it's like these weird little, like, I really don't want to watch a mimic company.
That's what it is. It's WCW. It's the same thing of when you had the Voodoo Kin Mafia in TNA for Vincent Kennedy McMahon. You had Road Dogg and Billy Gunn out there and saying, Levesque, Hickenbottom, we'll see you at the Alamo.
Right.
And using the shoot names, everything like that's the thing is they'll go to whatever they feel like they need to. That'll draw some attention. Will get a click. Will get an eye. They don't have enough faith in what they do, so they need to copy what other people do.
Right. Ocho Mega. If anyone didn't know, apparently they trademarked the Golden Jets for this duo. The Golden Jets.
Why do I feel like that has a small drum intro before I'm watching anything? And it's on a website that's black and orange.
I'm down with MJF versus Switchblade. Absolutely. Let's go. We wanted this for Switchblade early.
Yeah. We've got, I still find it so hilarious that their fucking Titantron is the Last Supper, and I feel like all of the blurry faces are just going to end up being people that they add to the fit. Oh, wasn't this supposed to be Sammy?
It was.
It's Kyle Fletcher and Takeshita.
When did Kyle Fletcher join Don Callis' family?
Because you had everybody saying, well, Osprey's with them, but they don't do anything with Aussie Open.
Is Sammy injured?
Callis is saying a new potential recruit here in Kyle Fletcher. This is how you advertised this match just before the show started, and you've changed it already throughout the show.
All right. The Last Supper is pretty hilarious.
A little bit.
Sammy isn't cleared. Thank you, Richard.
So then why advertise him?
Yeah, when wasn't he cleared? Did he not get cleared 5 minutes ago?
Why?
When did he get uncleared?
Did you just find out about this?
I can see clearly now.
You literally have someone showing up and probably the main event of your show that his song is I Can See Clearly Now.
Right.
And we can't figure out who's healthy and who's not.
Right. Well, Jericho and Takeshita kicking off, folks. We got about 70 plus hanging around with us tonight. Get in that chat, say hello, be a part of the family. And yeah, don't be shy. We want to know what's on your wrestling mind as we kick this one off. Again, Jericho, Takeshita in the ring.
Right.
Right.
Jericho, should you retire? Be a hell of a lot cooler if you did.
Yeah, actually, that I should put that up on the channel.
There you go.
We're gonna put that up as a poll.
I feel like he would look very much fitting of. You could do a pretty easy face swap of fucking McConaughey and Jericho there in the fucking car. It'd be a hell of a lot cooler if you did.
Could actually.
Right.
Jericho just needs a mustache.
He literally, that's the thing is everybody I like fuck the Golden Jets name. And when I look at these two, they seem like to be the epitome of like what I imagine like Canadian hockey moms are.
I want to
defend Jericho and Kenny Omega.
Want to defend Canadian hockey moms everywhere after that statement.
You want to, but you can't, sir. You can't handle the truth.
Oh, these two, yeah. Again, they're I don't know. They're different. That's why we sent Jericho to Tampa Bay, and he moved in. He was happy. He's over there helping.
It's so funny though, because like I just more hate this because it's like I know what Kenny can do, and this is not best Kenny. This is probably peak Jericho right now. This is Jericho running at optimum fucking efficiency right now. But Takeshita could wipe the fucking floor with him right now in the ring.
Right.
And I think that's why even he's got to use in the match that he had with Sammy to where he goes back to, whoa, remember, kid, there's this spot that I did with Sean that was really cool to where I turned. They literally did spot for spot, fucking like move by move, second by second, the spot between him and Sean where he turns, blows them and everything.
Yep. And again, I don't know. I don't love it. I mean, for me, it's not. I just think there's other things that could be happening on this TV. And again, like I've said multiple times, you and I debated about what Jericho should do, and you really felt strong that he should join Callis. It made sense. Yes. And they didn't want to do it. They couldn't do it.
Doesn't work for me, brother.
Touché.
That's 100%. But it's so weird. Like it's so weird because they teased it, and like as they were teasing it, they dished it, like they got rid of it at the same time in like the same breath. It's so weird. You could have gotten some tread, some stretch on that. Of is he going to be a heel? Is he a babyface? We don't know. It'll go back and forth, and they just like they fast laned, pun intended, I guess. Yeah. They rushed through everything.
Yeah, no, I mean, I completely agree with that. And I think for me, the reaction when he hugged Callis and said, I'm in, and everybody lost their mind. I was like, they hit gold with this. And 2 minutes later, they just said, nah, fool's gold.
Right.
Giveth and taketh.
The con giveth and the con taketh away here. Well, as Chair said, make that a t-shirt. You're going to have to remind us what we said because we say a lot of things. Bash, did you hear AEW is coming to the forum? Mona is coming up next week and costing Saraya the belt. What?
Mona. Hey, Mona who?
Mona.
Oh. Maybe. I mean, there's lots of rumors, and I mean, we're looking. Could Monet debut on Tuesday?
Oh, that's where I was. Like, all right,
I got you there.
I was out here like, oh, Monet.
I was just singing. I didn't realize.
I was just going. I was just. Is Joe on the card tonight? Not to my knowledge. I'm in picture-in-picture. I don't know about you, sir.
No, I'm just coming out of picture-in-picture right now, my guy.
Oh, okay. I just got coming out, so we're like fucking blink and you miss it.
I did a hiccup, so we should be pretty close.
Cool.
Yes. Now, are you surprised that Julia Hart is going to take some time away now that she feels pretty hot right now?
When did that happen?
That it's been going around today. I think Dale confirmed it as well. It's been reported that her and her husband, Shorty Lee,
Moriarty, Keith Lee. Are we just guessing now?
Yeah, I am guessing. But apparently they're going on a bit of a sabbatical.
What the fuck?
Honeymoon?
Why?
I don't know. It just seems like bad timing for her.
Bad timing's an understatement. That's horrible timing. Like, hey, you're the hottest you've been in your entire professional career.
Yeah.
Like, literally, people are thinking you should be a world champion right now.
Yep.
You can have that. Not even what I'm mad at. What the fuck are we doing?
Kenny into the code breaker, but a little bit of a slip. He pulled it off, and Kenny in control right now, guys. Yeah, I mean, arguably, she's one of the most. She's maybe the most interesting, most over women's wrestler in the division at the moment.
Absolutely, in that company, absolutely.
Like, to me, she's
arguable as Statlander.
No, I was thinking her and Tony. Like, as far as being dynamic, and Stats there too. People like Stat, but we don't get a whole lot of Stats personality. When she comes out, she wrestles good or wrestles well, and we don't get a lot. We haven't, again, lack of story and such. So the buy-in's a little trickier. But I think Tony Storm and Julia Hart are at the top of the game right now.
Absolutely.
Lee Johnson.
What?
Not Shorty.
Did you just yell out Dwayne Johnson?
Lee Johnson.
Oh, I was like, this man's just like, The Rock. What?
Right.
Ooh, Rock's falling. What? But no, it popped me because you switched from wrestles good to wrestles well. And I was like, my man knows his English classes.
Yeah, no, I was just like, let me correct that.
You don't wrestle good, you wrestle well.
Right.
That's instantly what I heard.
My autocorrect kicked in. Like, no.
She did.
I got that blue line. Like,
the little squiggly, like, Word document of spell check there.
Snapdragon.
She did a Roman. No, I don't. Well, Roman, but Roman's even at that point to where he could take a sabbatical. He could take a pause for the cause, and he's established himself. Julia's just catching heat. You're just catching fire. You got to stoke that flame. You got to stoke the Hathaway that flame. What?
Because what if I don't know how long she's gone for, but it could damper her and take a while for her to get back where she is.
Oh, absolutely. I just like this. Talk good, that's impossible. Me spell English, that's impossible.
Right.
Where was it? There was somebody saying something nice, so I want to click on it. Danny Romero saying, hello, just start my first video on short in wrestling. Any great advice for a new YouTuber?
Consistency is king, and just be you. Do you. Put the content out that you like. That's my advice.
Sometimes you just need to run through a motherfucking face over and over.
There you go. There you go. So yeah, no.
Hey, you went nice. I went Marshawn Lynch.
I was very proper with my answer, but yeah,
I am not proper. I think we've established at this point I am far from proper.
But yeah, man, just consistency is king, and be do it. Put out the shit that you like, because if you're trying to appease everybody, it's never going to work.
It's hard times, baby. It's hard times.
I heard they're getting married. Yeah, I think they are getting married and such. But I mean, I would push that shit back. Or a honeymoon. There you go. Honeymoon.
Yeah, take a fucking honeymoon. How long do you need to take a fucking honeymoon for? Like,
right? Well, you got forever. Like, take your time. Forever.
I'm sorry, Miss Carr. I'm for real.
Yeah, right. Julia is with Lee Johnson. Yes, sorry. I said Shorty Johnson or Lee Johnson.
I don't know who Lee Johnson is. I'm thinking Randy Johnson now.
My favorite pitcher growing up.
The one that turned a fucking bird into a fucking pinata.
One of the best sports clip ever.
It's just man's a real life magician. I'm gonna make this bird disappear.
Gets hit with 102 mile per hour fucking.
That's the thing. You didn't see any, and nothing fell down. You saw no bones, no carcass, no nothing. That thing just went.
Match still going on. The crowd kind of lukewarm on this, and you guys
much like we are
wrong.
on how much we've talked about Chris Jericho wrestling right now.
It's such a lull. Jericho matches aren't that good
or entertaining.
Yeah. I need Statlander versus Deeb. I would like to see Deeb utilized somehow.
Allegedly she's got heat backstage, and that's part of why she hasn't been used. And it's amazing how is it so funny just on the one aspect of that we're talking about Deeb having heat backstage in the women's division, which is fucking stupid. Secondly, that she's supposed to be an agent in all of this. It'd be like Jeff Jarrett has heat backstage with the boys. It's like because he wants to go over. It's like, well, you're not supposed to be in the matches anyways. You're supposed to be booking them. You're supposed to be helping them, not fucking having them.
Right. Next, we are in picture, by the way, folks. Next week, Tuesday is going to be insane. Folks, this entire week is going to be insane. Next Tuesday is going to be insane. Nick and I will be here on Tuesday with 2 screens. Nick, we get a Wednesday off, like completely. There's nothing happening on a Wednesday.
You say that now.
Yeah, shut up.
I'm looking at you, Tony Khan. I'm looking at you, fucking Wrestling Revolver. Looking at you
Dynamite.
Specifically, GCW. I'm eyeballing you right now.
Right. But, folks, we will be here. We will have both shows up. We will react to both of them at the same time, just like we will on Saturday with Fastlane and Collision, just like we will do on Friday, well, back-to-back with SmackDown and Rampage, just like we do all the time. Luna and Tony will be here tomorrow. What were you doing?
The Hulk Hogan backstroke when he's coming out of the promo with Mean Gene.
I thought you were like, woo,
I was doing the backstroke.
Right? Time warp, Garth.
Let's do the time warp again.
Yep, they're married. Yeah, I just think it's crazy timing. I know life goes on, but you think even she would be like, "Hey, Lee, can we just hold a minute?"
Tale as old as time.
They're booking me. They're like, "Hey, booking me."
Last this time,
right?
Julia and the Jobber.
Oh wow, that is.
I don't know, dude.
It's true. I said it. That's beautiful.
In the arms of. I'm gonna start singing.
Roman chilling at IKEA, shopping new tables to be the head of.
Now, what if we get a bait and switch?
Oh,
we don't get it announced, and guess who just happens to show up with Paul Heyman?
There's no way
they don't break his corner. What do you mean there's no way? If that happens to be the same going on the same time as Edge is coming out, Roman, fuck it, you're backstage. Go.
Go.
You don't gotta do anything. Just go out there. Just stand out there.
Right. I mean, listen, it would be crazy. I imagine if he was gonna be there, there'd be an
the fact that that's discussion though is amazing though. And people want to hate on it.
No, right? Right now we're kind of at a standstill. Okay, a bit of a punch off. Very slow going.
I think it could be because of the lack of matches that we've had so far. That this is the first time we've seen this spot tonight, but this is a AEW tried and true, and of course, good old Don Stevens in the ring there calling this match here.
C Money says
Virgil Edwards,
right? C Money says that Julia Hart is exhausted after 2 years of wrestling. Maybe once a week. Once a week is an exaggeration for sure.
I mean, let's be honest though, still, but she took that bump off the fucking stage and just went, or no, off the apron. It was Anna Jay that took the one off the stage. She took the one off the apron to where the table just said, "You can have that." That ain't even what I'm mad at.
Right. Oh, Kyle Fletcher's down.
I like how there's the sign that just says scumbags and it just points to everybody else in the crowd.
Oh man.
Again, these would work. This would still work better to me as singles matches. You get Jericho. Yeah. Oh, you get Jericho versus Kyle Fletcher, and you get you it's a pay-per-view match, but you get Omega versus Takeshita. Codebreaker into a one-winged angel.
Oh, now they got a tandem finisher. And it's over! And still, you're Winnipeggers.
Do you think he just added Golden in there because he's like, I can be your Ibushi Kenny. I can love you. I can be your Golden lover.
Yeah, he's a tag along. He's like, hey, wait, what are you guys doing over there? Can I do it too?
They're going to call that finishing move the Golden Shower there.
Is Jericho? Oh, no, just wrinkles. I thought he was bleeding.
Nope, just he's got the face like a fucking bulldog.
Right. NXT bring Undertaker and Hulk Hogan next week. We joked, man. We joked.
Right.
Scarf on a pole match. I think that happened already. Like you threw that out there already. Deja vu. Cal is mad.
Oh, Wardlow. So, or not Wardlow.
Oh, Hobbs.
Hobbs. The Book of Hobbs is the newest member of the Don Phallus Callis family.
Hobbs quickly becoming a faction pass along. But this is good for Hobbs.
Oh, this is a saving grace. This is a fucking catching a Hail Mary pass here because we're done with this QTV bullshit at least.
Yeah. Oh, Mike, we feel wonderfully privileged by the wonders of Jericho. We really do. Big spine buster.
I'd like to be cursed.
Jay White should be champion. He might be.
As Hobbs right now just fucking throwing around Omega 2. I like this a lot. I'm starting to really like the Don Callis family. It's starting to get that dangerous alliance vibe of I'm going to just soak up all the big young prospects and just be the voice of reason behind them.
Yeah, I agree. And Hobbs coming into this mix and taking out Kenny and Jericho, two big names, is good. There we go. Finally.
Hobbs, Sammy, Ospreay, Takeshita, like that's a fucking hell. If you could start a company with that roster.
Well, when a lot of the internet criticism has been that Tony is relying on WWE talent, I mean, minus Chris Jericho in this mix, you saw Wardlow tonight, you saw Hobbs tonight, you saw more of an emphasis on those particular gentlemen.
And Tony's just going through all right, so the dirt sheets are reporting that WWE's looking to sign so-and-so. Okay, I can fit him into here. WWE's looking to sign so-and-so. I can fit him into here. Starks, I can't beat you on Dynamite, but I can do you on Collision. You're going to just be out there for the whole show. Where what? No, not you. Powerhouse Hobbs. You need to be for life.
Dun, dun, dun.
That this man's getting upset about.
Papa Powerhouse. Who's what?
I'm gonna just click on it. Oh, you need to stop being price, and then
Sergio,
give your mother her phone back. Your internet time's over for the day, and you should be getting ready for bed. He said it. He said it. I didn't. I might agree with him, but he said it.
My man Sergio can end up in the penalty box. But Sergio did say something I wanted to stop talking about my people. Nope. Simple. Anyway, moving on.
What do you do? This is when I do the fucking like what do you mean, you people?
What do you mean?
Your people. What
do you got on screen right
Adam
now?
Copeland is helping TK in booking. I hope so. Again, I think that's what they've teased about. That's what they've talked about. They've hinted at it. But if he is, then still, why don't you start off?
What do you have on screen right now? Sorry.
No, I have Hobbs with a chair. I have, this is going fucking a day in a century here as Callis is duct taping.
We're duct
Omega through the top rope. Jesus H. Christ, this is taking a while. He already broke through the other one. He fucked up. You fucked up. You fucked up. Hobbs is literally just having to hold him.
Oh my god.
Just end this. This is going on way too long. AEW Botches is becoming a fucking weekly segment. They banned the Twitter account and they've cursed themselves. They suspended the Twitter account. It's like they went Danhausen them.
I curse you, Botches.
Yeah, I curse you. You will now have all of the Botches.
But yeah, they got Kenny going. Oh, they're taking out Jericho.
He's having to hold the roll of duct tape.
Maybe Jericho will take a vacation now.
Maybe he'll retire now. I don't need a vacation. I need a retirement.
They are unloading on this guy.
Body shots from Hobbs onto Kenny, tied up, duct taped or allegedly duct taped to the ropes.
Allegedly duct taped. He's got the one arm free.
Quack.
Like, what do I do here? Oh, these Takeshita grabbed it now.
Overbooking.
What is happening? Oh, right on the head.
Dream. This is
we don't get a lot of those
dream right now.
We don't get a lot of these in 2022. A chair shot to the top of the noodle. The crowd's not that loud, Nick. Am I wrong? Fact
blame them. Because they're gonna sell. Tony sold it, or Kenny just sold this. Like he just watched it. Like he just got shot in the chest right now. Like this man, I understand it's a fucking top of the head chair shot, but we're gonna sell this to where like, it's injured his neck. He doesn't know if he can still compete and everything. We're setting this up. We're gonna put this man on the shelf for a minute just because we can't book.
But I like the fact they're utilizing Hobbs. I think I've seen a lot of people say that in this chat, so I'm all for it as well. I like Hobbs. I actually think Don Callis is one of your better heels in your company. And as a Bobby Heenan type, it's working really well, Nick.
I don't even know if he's a Bobby Heenan type, or more of a, I think he's trying to be just a bald Paul Heyman type, but 100%.
Yeah.
I think with this, though, it started good. And then, much like a lot of AEW booking, you overstayed your welcome. And then, even when they were fucking playing the music to walk you off stage, you still couldn't get the fuck off stage.
Yeah, I mean, I would have preferred, if I'm being picky. Oh, by the way, what is happening here? MJF in the back with the doctor and Max Caster interrupting.
Massage. Well,
are we gonna get Caster versus MJF?
No, Caster fucks with them on Twitter, so he always jokes about like my boyfriend.
Yeah. He just said you're tweeting at me. Really?
I like it. So you have been leaving weird letters in my bag every week.
I'm gonna get a restraining order on you. The tweets are aggressive.
See, and on one hand, I like this, but at the same time, it plays so much to, as we've said, what is the AEW audience? Because if you aren't fucking scrolling through Twitter all the time and following this person and all of that, you don't get it.
Uh-oh. MJF can't get a hold of his buddy.
Ruh-roh.
Uh-oh. Anyway, folks, we are back in a commercial break. We're heading towards the damn near the end of this shindig, and we're rolling along. Make sure you hit like and subscribe. Make sure you're a part of the family. Be a friend, tell a friend. The nice thing you all can do out there is just spread the word. If there's anywhere you're talking wrestling, let them know about us. We watch more live wrestling than anybody else out there. We can't wait to come back tomorrow night for Impact, Friday for SmackDown and Rampage, and Fastlane and Collision on Saturday. But other than that, this has been an interesting night of Dynamite. Like, I don't know how I feel about it. It's a little all over the place, a little sloppy. Like, would you not have, if you were Tony, that last segment, Nick, you either have Jericho and Kenny in a short match or interrupt the match instead of having a full-length, solid, go through a picture-in-picture match, and then as long as that went on after the fact.
I'm gonna say this, and I don't want to sound like I'm partial on anything, but for everybody that's out there of, the AEW effect is real, and the WWE shaking in their boots. If I'm Hunter, if I'm Vic, if I'm Sean, and I just watch this, are you shaking in your boots? Are you two-stepping? Are you scared? Are you nervous? No, this is all right. So we're gonna just railroad these motherfuckers. Pause. And just we're gonna establish we do what we do y'all do what you do. Maybe stay in your lane.
Yeah, I mean, maybe, and I agree with that assessment. I really don't think this is terrifying in any way, shape, or form. And again, it's the great concept, just delivered really poorly.
What is AEW as a promotion for 500, Alex? Great concept, poorly executed.
Right. Kenny is being written off, probably taking time away. Great.
He's got to play Street Fighter versus Mighty Mouse. That's why.
True.
He's got to go and fix that shambles of a fucking video game that no one plays anymore.
It's a true story. And now, if Jericho could do the same, and I don't mean go away forever, but just go away for a little while. Well, I do too, but I'm trying to be nice. Inside Twitter jokes, hilarious. Yeah, always.
Right, yeah. Notice who else also did a lot of smart mark references and everything that only a few select people got? WCW. Hey, right. Sid, what's the matter? You don't have your scissors? Remember how many people that were live there that got that reference? Mm-hmm. Oh, that's right. Yeah, fucking nobody. That's what this is. Heenan was so gifted a physical performer. It's really unfair to Don to compare him with not only the GOAT manager, but one of the most gifted wrestling minds of all time. Nobody is Heenan.
Wait. Timeout. Hold the fucking phone.
Yeah, I gave you the mental thing, but when you talk about a physical performer, the weasel,
but hold the phone. I don't think anybody was saying, like, nobody, and especially me, I know I made the reference. I said they were trying to bill him or book him in that vein. I never compared them, to be clear.
Fair enough.
I don't think
Joe's looking like a fucking boss right now here with like a little fifth of scotch or whiskey here and a cigar.
And when you say nobody's Heenan, I would argue that Paul Heyman would love to throw his name in that hat. As he said, who cares about Bobby Heenan?
Who cares? He's dead.
Yeah, amen. Joe's here.
Oh, yeah. But I think that's the thing is greatness creates their own lane. They don't fall into someone like that. They create the lane.
Yeah, absolutely. And right now, speaking of creating a lane, Sky Blue coming to the ring. So here we go.
I'm going to go create something.
Jesus. Sky Blue, never mind. Nick's got something blue. Miro couldn't help him out. How about the VPs? No one could have helped. That awful segment. Again, I kind of like if, at least you have refs come out and, Callis is holding them off or fending them off. Again, for it to just lack that originality, lack that, don't make me stretch out my disbelief too far. Make it make sense. And again, it was really long coming off the heels of a decent match. I didn't think the match was shit. I do still acknowledge the fact that Jericho does work slow. He is clunky. He is sloppy. But the complete opposite of clunky and sloppy. Here comes Tony Storm. And we will take your predictions on the match, folks. You got Tony or you got Sky Blue? Timeless Tony Storm. 10 out of 10. Promo by Joe. Joe's fire all the time. You cannot go wrong with promo from Joe. Classy Joe. Battle of the Bums. It's a tight battle. Think about it. Wagon on wagon action. Sky Blue for the win. Thank you for the reminder. I do have cake. Does Samoa Joe cost Jay White because he wants to beat him? It would be very surprising. It would be very surprising to me if that's where they go. I mean, again, interesting tonight. We touched on the whole double situation, but there on one side you have Jay White there tonight. He's going at MJF. We got the vignette of Adam Cole having fun. We got the interview in the back where Adam Cole won't answer the phone to. Are we losing the coolness and the excitement of what was probably your best storyline a little bit. I'm really excited about Jay White and MJF. I don't know how much I'm loving everything else kind of going on. So if they throw Joe in the mix to go after Jay, I think it, again, it's just overbooking it, overcomplicating it. As Tony Storm tosses Sky Blue by the hair, I take Tony for the win. Sky Blue was Tony Storm a cake-off. Tony Storm for the win. I think Sky Blue wins because she needs to go crazier. Interesting take, Chair. Not bad, not bad. That would be very interesting. Tony going to win, but we are the real winners. I'm with you, buddy. Shotgun drop kick, Tony into the corner. Sky Blue is undefeated in my book. I don't know, man. Tony right there throwing some haymakers of her own. Gotta let him know, Joe. I like it. Steve G thumbing down something. What are you thumbing down, my guy? What pisses me off is Jericho got kicked and he went to sleep looking like he was cuddling a teddy bear on the floor, and Kenny got whacked hard with a chair and is still moving around. Consistency is king. Consistency matters. If you want to be an upper echelon product, and not just by placement, but by actuality, you got to clean up some of the shit that we are getting. You got to clean up some of that messiness. You got to, again, just having 4 or 5 referees run to ringside and look like they're trying to help and be shooed away by the heels is a nice visual. Ringing the bell once in a while. Now I sound like Cornette. Ring the bell once in a while. It creates the mood. It creates the panic, the intensity of the situation. That's 2 of your biggest stars being taken out. And yeah, Jericho could have got back to his feet to get knocked down again, get back to his feet, get knocked down again. You have a lot of little things. It's the little things that just make things so nice, so clean. And I think in a lot of regards, you have all the pieces to make it work. You just kind of don't know how to get there. And where we talked about Edge helping with the booking, the tricky part will be for Edge is like Jericho books Jericho. Kenny will only agree to what Kenny wants to do. The Bucks book the Bucks. You know, so Adam's biggest hope is he is able to work with the younger stars, the younger talent. That's what his hope is. That's my take on it. He's not really going to have, he might be able to say to somebody, hey, maybe this or maybe that, but Jericho's not going to listen to Edge. I don't imagine if Edge walked over and said, hey, man, what about this spot? I picture Jericho's face. No, I got it, man. We're good. We're good, man. I want to see Abaddon get some TV time. As far as I can remember, and anybody can correct me if I'm wrong, it was Halloween 2022 the last time we saw Abaddon. I think she's good. From what I've seen, she's working on her craft. She's getting better. She's in good shape. I don't know. I don't know why we never see her. Tony got more cake than a bakery. Getting better by the minute. I think you nailed it in the ref, security on the ring. All can help. Set the ambiance for the beating. I like that. The ambiance for the beating. Yeah, no, I think it's, those details just put it over the top. And then again, don't stay out too long. Make your point, get your pound of flesh, get out. When it drags on with no real, you've proven your point, get out of there. Don't belabor it so long that we're like, all right, what next? Even if you love the segment, some people are going to kind of tune out a little bit at that point. Sony, gets rolled up. As we come out of picture-in-picture, folks. Big forearms by Sky. It does seem like Julia Hart changed Sky Blue along with Willow. Sky isn't as bubbly and wearing black eyeliner. That would be intriguing, Richard, especially if the reports are true that we're not going to see Julia for a little bit. But I still think she's babyface, babyface, babyface. Bad guys, best for AEW. Okay. Tony Storm, James Storm, Lance Storm. Form a faction, call them Storm Clouds. I like it. Cornette would be proud, right? Cheers. Jade is the best in the world. Well, she's going to get a big opportunity to prove that on a big stage, J-Boy. And I think she has all the makings to be a star. I could highly see her, a handful of years from now being at that point where she's accomplished so much, been so dominant that she's in that realm like a Charlotte Flair. People like, just make her go away for all the wrong reasons. I think she's going to kill it. And she said all the right things. Performance Center is one of one. There's nothing like it. The platform, the marketing machine, the giant that is WWE, there is nothing like it. Roll up, no luck. Oh, down goes Tony. I'm kind of liking this match. Guarantee that Khan lets Abaddon's contract run out and get rid of her. Absolutely. Highly possible. I mean, unfortunate. But I think Abaddon could go on. Even like a place like Impact, I think would really embrace Abaddon. This character of Tony Storm is not into it at all. So, Damien, you're with Nick, who's, a little more undecided. But I love it. I really like it. And I think for me, I thought tonight was a little too over the top. Especially, like I said, you got that really kind of goofy, funky segment with, the Kingdom and Adam Cole and Roddy. Pile driver. Good night, Sky. But I like what Tony's doing. She's unique. She's got a character. She's got a personality. She stands out. She's saying things that are clippable, things that are hashtagable. That to me is good for Tony, and I really do appreciate what she's doing. Storm wins by countout, not tonight. Big pinfall off the pile driver. KJ, you heard it from me. MJF is going to get a beating from the Hooded Devil Man. That's what I kind of thought. Like when MJF came out, something would happen. Like the Hooded Man would appear in the back, even though MJF was out in the ring. I thought something. But yeah, do we go off the air with another cliffhanger? Maybe. Highly possible. Especially because he can't get a hold of Adam Cole, right? But Tony Storm. Rampage. We're getting Daddy Magic. So we're getting Coke and Diet Coke. And Jake Hager taking on a bunch of people. Statlander and Sheeta taking on a bunch of people. Johnny TV, Commander, Penta. Who else is in that match? Holy shit. Bibbins! Sorry, guys. I'm completely distracted as Bibbins. We got Bibbins. So Eddie Kingston will be on Ring of Honor on commentary as we have a fatal four-way to decide the new number one contender for Ring of Honor World Championship. There you go. There you go.
So what you're saying is I need to tune into Ring of Honor commentary is what you're saying.
Right, pretty much that's it. But speaking of number one contender.
Oh, I was going to go with Eddie Kingston time, but I'll give you credit for that. Thank you for that. That was not warranted, but thank you.
Let's go. Timeless Tony Storm. I'm with it. I'm with it right now. It hasn't turned me off yet.
Pause.
Tony going to fight Kira Hogan on Collision.
We're getting Ricky Starks and Big Bill. Yeah, Tony Storm, Kira Hogan. Does it reach even lower ratings than it did last week, to where it was the lowest ratings of all time?
Right. Can I ask a question? A serious question.
It's John Moxley program, so go for it.
Right. Is John Moxley versus Ray Phoenix 3 a big selling, like the third time these guys are going to wrestle? Oh my God, I can't miss that.
How soon will Moxley get concussed in the match? Stopwatch is ready, synchronize time, and go.
You can knock me out all you want. I'm getting my belt back.
And it's so funny. The theory that he just willingly lost the match of like, fuck it, I need a vacation. You can have that was Moxley. You can have that. Then he won a mad at, and he gets the call from Tony of like, hey pal, I got you booked for next week. He's like, son of a bitch. Just
Up next, ladies and gentlemen, Adam Copeland
on this day,
the rated R superstar will make his official debut, I guess, on Dynamite, not counting the opening segment. We are heading towards the door on this one already, Nick. Main event spot. I am at. Will it be Christian? Will it be Lucha? Will it be both? Any idea what happens here?
Outside of a failure, probably in the ratings, or you get a spike here in the ratings versus if you had this initially, and if you tie this into an angle, you could have done this initially, and then you tie the angle on the end, and guess what? You tune into the middle because you don't know when you're going to get the end.
Yeah, but
oh my God, it's like if you book the shit, it might happen.
I'm curious to see what the quarterlies look like on this one, just because I want to see if there's a bit of a sag through the middle. If you knew you're not getting them to the end, did you keep your audience till he got there, or did we get old saggy baggy?
I was gonna say, is it weird that the second you said sag, I thought of Screen Actors Guild?
It's not what I thought you were gonna say. So yes, it is weird.
But there we go. No one knows what I'm gonna say. The inner machinations of my mind are an enigma.
Right. Saturday, CM Punk helps the wise man. Not yet. Not yet. Patience, grasshoppers.
Well, and even then, why on Saturday? Why not on
Because then
Tuesday?
I thought about it. Jade and Punk debut on Saturday. Then you can have them both on Tuesday.
Well, no, I think Jade debuts on Saturday. And then I think it's been floating around of the whole little meme of Hunter talking on the phone of, hey, I know we talked about Survivor Series in Chicago, but what do you got going on Tuesday? Can you make a Tuesday?
Would you like to open a show?
Would you like to we'll just give you a live mic.
Yeah.
Hey, just so happens that the same time that Adam Copeland is on screen in AEW, we just have CM Punk walk out with a live mic and see who tunes into what.
Right.
Just because.
And again, it's funny because we were a lot of people are going to make the comparable, and it's what we said. Like, I mean, you look at what one company's bringing into the table, you look at what the other name value goes. Tuesday is going to be very fun, very interesting. And we knew Tony was going to have some type of response. So we're getting 2 title matches. I mean, we can argue that Saraya and who's Saraya fighting again? Sheeta is not that big of a draw.
Sheeta.
That might not be your biggest draw, but again, not everything on NXT is going to be the biggest of draws either. So, I mean, it's very interesting. It'll be a very fun night.
Oh, absolutely. But again, to me, it's one of those, it's a great night for pro wrestling. So if you're poo-pooing it, you are an asshole. You are.
An asshole's poo-pooing. Makes sense.
Whoa, ho, ho.
Adam Morrison on Ring of Honor. Dang.
Woo.
Please welcome officially with me, the Rated R Superstar.
It's Steve.
Yeah, that would have been amazing. Ledge.
Oh, I was halfway thinking earlier today. I was like, what's Tony Chimmel doing right now? I'm sure Tony could fucking swing it for a night. He paid for fucking Final Countdown from Europe. Is it so? And I say this with all due respect, that him coming out right now, granted, I kind of want that shirt, but you can feel like the Rated R era shirt, but you like can almost hear him walking out on like a sound stage or whatever. Like,
yeah, it sounds like he's walking down the hallway of a hospital.
Exactly. You can hear the quiet.
Right.
You can hear the emptiness.
And I guess for a guy that, I imagine part of like Edge's hope is, we're, it's a small crowd now, but with my help, they could be bigger crowds. And he's not totally wrong.
He's not wrong, but you're going to have to go through some growing pains.
Yeah. But the 1900 strong are very loud.
How is it that there's more here if it's 19, that there's more here for than Wrestle Dream, which was 6?
No, 19, like 1,900.
Oh,
less. I don't know what the total is. I heard it was.
Oh, no, you're fine. I was giving them even a ton of credit, saying they sold 19,000.
Yeah, they blew this out with more than.
I was like, why does this sound so quiet then?
Right. What's up, Williams? How you doing? Will Adam Copeland do better work than CM Punk overall, or draw in more attendance? The attendance one's interesting to me, Nick. The better work, he might be more. Yeah.
The first one I would be more likely to agree with. The draw in attendance, no.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the attendance one's hard for me to say yes to, and I don't think so. But I think Adam is, oddly enough, I think he's in a better ring shape and overall more agreeable to work with.
He's easier to work with. He's not a polarizing figure, but that says something, though. If we get a story in 3 months of Adam Copeland having issues dealing with the fucking elite backstage, then guess what? It wasn't Phil all along. We now found out who the fucking culprits are. That's the thing, is this is the litmus test.
Right. I want an Edge chant from the crowd.
As he's bigging up the chance that they're giving him, by the way.
Right. Oh.
But this is going to be the quote-unquote mission statement from him. This is going to be his reason for joining AEW. This is his plan for being here, all of that.
I'm standing in an AEW ring. We're getting an AEW chant. The crowd's loud. Legend!
And if you don't like this, sorry, not sorry, you don't like pro wrestling.
Yeah, I mean, let it be. What's wrong
with
the
Beatles? Let it be, let it be.
That's tatted on my leg for a reason, my guy. It's a reminder.
Now people are going to start wondering and thinking that I already knew that you had that on the inside of your leg. Be like, what have you done? Do something strange for a little piece
of my leg, bro. If WWE overvaluing Jade, or did AEW? I don't think either on that one, Aaron, to be 100% honest with you. I think they are rightly evaluating Jade, and I think AEW did really well for her. She won 62 matches, or 61, whatever the fuck the streak was. I think it was just kind of like Edge. She outgrew the company.
Yeah, 100%. When it's getting reported by the boss, I offered her more money than she asked for, and she still said no. Then she ain't want to be here.
Right.
As we're getting an Adam Chan, as he's even mentioned of
Jay White.
I could take on Miro. I could take on Kenny Omega.
Hobbs.
Powerhouse Hobbs. Well, you saw everybody thrown around of the idea of he could be at a Wrestle Kingdom and he takes on Okada or something.
That's interesting. And I mean, that is a new, again, for somebody that maybe didn't do a lot of that because he had been in the same system for so long, it's a big opportunity to go over and wrestle in the Tokyo Dome. I get that appeal.
Would him versus Okada be a bigger draw than any match he could have in AEW right now?
I think so. It's just because, again, when you would fill that the Tokyo Dome, no problem.
It would be a once in a lifetime.
Come on, Jericho was a big deal over there,
even with face paint.
AEW Championship. Let's go.
Oh, so he's talking about how he's listened to his girls, and I saw that story. He's talking about how it'd be really cool if you went and spent time with Uncle Jay, talking about Christian.
Wow, he actually mentioned Uncle Jay.
Yeah.
We're getting the media scrum, basically. Yeah, I'm with you, Boston.
As he looks right into the cam. That's the thing. Hey, guess what? It's someone in AEW that knows how to work a fucking hard cam. Holy shit, it's a miracle. Him and MJF and Adam Cole are the three amigos. Are the only people that can know how to work a fucking hard cam.
Yeah, and he calls out Christian. So we conceivably, realistically, are going to get Christian Cage here.
They have a match same show as Jay White versus MJF. You get Adam Copeland versus Christian on the same show.
Yeah, a decent actual pop when his number came when his entrance started. I don't see Edge facing half those names he listed. Yeah, I get some of them sound nice to say out loud, but I don't know if we'll ever get to it. But I take Edge Jay White for sure.
Well, and so I'll answer this from Daniel. With Edge's neck, do you really want to risk something going wrong while taking Rainmakers from Okada? I mean, how he and Shibata almost killed each other just from a headbutt. But I think Okada is a guy that has worked enough with U.S. guys. He knows when to play with kid gloves. And they will tell him fucking dial it back or have fun not having a job.
Well, and again, we talk sometimes about what we've seen from Jeff Hardy, Matt Hardy, Sting, where it feels like even though they might be past that part of their career, they're still kind of swinging for the fences. You would hate to see something of that nature happen to any of those people or any of the
you never want to wish evil on anybody, but it's funny how all those names that we've talked about are all in AEW.
Well, that's
that guy's got old and that guy's got old. Hey, look, they all work for the same company.
I wonder, it's funny because they announced they signed Billy Starks officially today. It was out and about, which we kind of knew about for a long time. Right. But are they signing Nick Wayne and Billy Starks just to pull down the average age of the company?
I was going to say, on one hand, you have like 49, 50s, all of that. And then at the same time, you have 18, 17. Like, there's no happy medium. You either are old as shit and a veteran or a young rookie upstart. There is nothing in between. And if you do, you're going to WWE.
Yeah. For 40 years, we've been best friends. Right now, we got Edge. We got Christian in a ring together, if you don't count, Wrestle Dream, for the first time in a long time. This does not feel
halfway surreal seeing the last time we saw these two in a ring together. They were fucking hugging each other in a Rumble.
Yeah. What's going on? Hey.
And I said, hey.
Right. Bryan Danielson should come out. Yeah, it'd be interesting. They got very interesting history.
No, don't fuck this moment up. This is a moment right now in pro wrestling right now. If you don't fuck this up and add somebody else in. You have, like I said, this is Edge and Christian right now in the ring.
No. Sorry, Nick.
Oh, no, you're good.
Even I know I still love you. What I do like about this is, though, you got two outstanding professional wrestlers. Yeah, right?
You found the words. You found the words.
You got two outstanding professional wrestlers in the ring right now. Edge is a great promo. Christian's a great promo. This is a level above a lot of what you do put on the show.
Oh, absolutely. And I was going to say, if we're looking week-to-week performer right now, is Christian ahead of Adam? Adam's very much there because he is Edge because of what he's done. Well, right now, Christian's pretty much one of the most talked about things in AEW.
It's amazing.
And that adds that extra level to this because Christian literally
he
hasn't said anything. He hasn't moved a certain way. I'm hearing everything you're saying.
Your grandparents loved Sting. What?
I remember when your grandmother would show up for your birthday and the Sting face paint and everything. The fuck are we talking about?
Woo!
Woo!
Hangman versus Jay White and Swerve versus Bryan Danielson sounds good. Everything else on AEW next week is okay, but NXT feels like a stronger card. They're going for it, Richard, and I love that they're going for it. I appreciate what they're doing.
But when you have Adam Copeland's in-ring debut, you really already already a trump card. You've got a fucking book against that.
Absolutely. This is great.
It's time. For the first time, for those in attendance with flash photography.
That would be amazing. Oh, to team together again.
Like I said, for those in attendance with flash photography.
So we can fight FTR
Oh my God! If they do that,
don't fight the Young Bucks.
Ho!
They'll go under. It'll bother me.
Oh well, no. I popped at them mentioning FTR, and then the Young Bucks. I was like, no.
You're like, whoa!
Oh, this is so interesting though because
Christian's not going to go for it. That's the thing.
But you were the babyface to him being a heel. Like, what the fuck? Why?
I like this.
This is going to set to them having a singles match.
No, because right now the crowd's chanting for it. So when Christian kicks him in the nuts, everyone's going to be really upset.
Right. But like I said, then you set to a singles match and you build to them teaming up past the singles match.
Yeah. That's what I think.
One more time.
Oh, reaching for the mic. Christian Cage. It's his turn.
I mean, all we're missing is Devon to show up at some point. I think we could just run back all the TLC matches.
Christian's got to tell him no. There's the hug. We get the pop. I like it.
Oh,
who's hugging
it out?
Oh, go F yourself. Go F yourself. And he walks.
Oh, that's so good.
Legit. Go F yourself. He just needs Gangrel. He had Gangrel.
I think at this point, just if I'm going to do a Halloween costume of Christian, I just need to wear a jacket and a turtleneck, a black turtleneck.
Right?
I was almost going to do Wyndham, but I feel like at this point it'd be easier. Just I need a jacket and a turtleneck.
I do. Wyndham's a tough one for me.
I was at Spirit Halloween, and I was already had it in my mind of I'll just do that. I'm here, or we're here, right as you fucking hit the intro video. Asshole.
Just a quick reminder, Adam.
You think you know me?
This is wicked. I like that. I like how Lucha came out there. It's Kane! It's Kane!
Yeah, what in the name of Tyrannosaurus Rex is that shit?
So this is the family. This is the Nick Wayne, Luchasaurus. Not bad, not bad.
Yeah, but Christian looks like the fucking Nick Wayne's stepdad.
He is.
Fair enough. You can have that.
Could you imagine? Like, exactly. Just pull the carpet right out from the fans. That's great.
Hey, but see, would this have not worked? He pitches it at the beginning of the show, and later tonight we'll hear Christian Cage's answer from this, and then we end it on this, and we build up. We've been building up the whole fucking show, so everybody's all excited. The second they hug it out and everything, huge pop, and he goes, "Go fuck yourself."
I will agree. Like, I feel like I really like the fact that it's Edge, it's Christian. I love like the big heartfelt speech, and Christian didn't say a ton. He literally hugs him and just says, "Go fuck you." Like, that's it.
It's good, but
I don't need this.
Better.
Yeah. What?
What?
What was the question?
I said it was good, but could have been booked better in my eyes.
Yeah, I mean, again, I like it. I like the fact that now we're going to get Luchasaurus versus Edge on Tuesday, that big matchup. Yeah,
since he's taking on the big red monster there, does he show up with the get ready?
That's what he should do, right?
Hey, Gangrel is probably on retainer with AEW, so
right. We saw him. He already did the Hardy spot, so now all we got to do is the Edge and Christian spot. 6 out of 10 from Steve G. Yes, folks, if you are watching right now, give us a rating out of 10 on Dynamite tonight. How did you feel? Let us know how you felt about Edge's return. What did you feel about the moment? How did you feel about the show overall? Nick, this one was a dicey one. It was a little
dicey. I was gonna say, yeah. How do you feel that now we know we're potentially, allegedly, supposedly enthralled in a war? So this is what you lay out there to compel people to join your side.
Right. Richard's happy about the no from Christian. He's shining right now. And again, if you talk about where you want to be as safe as possible with maybe, you know, an injured neck and stuff, you wrestle Christian. You'll be fine. You'll take care of each other. You're not worried. You're good.
If there is someone that you should trust on that fucking roster, it better be fucking Christian. If not, why the fuck are you here?
Christian is one of the best things in all of pro wrestling right now. He's one of the guys, like when I see the media scrum and I see like a Jericho and then I see a Christian, I'm asking myself, why does this Hall of Famer-ish guy not do what the other guy, like what MJF does? Like Christian was in pure character, pure kayfabe, the entire media scrum. He destroyed Brian Alvarez, so I will always be a big fan of him for that. But Christian Cage is killing it.
Because I need to get myself over. It's all about me.
Can't believe you opened the show. I can't believe the show didn't open with "You Think You Know Me."
It's AEW, so
I just think you could have threaded it, right? You really
could.
That's
the thing is, that's why as much as we do what we do, we say what we say, and everything like that, is because we still just keep holding out hope and just keep throwing out all these ideas of like, hey, this is how you could do this better before it even hits air, and then they don't do that, and then you follow. So let's look at like the first hour of AEW Dynamite tonight. Is you started off with fucking Christian or Jericho and Omega, then you have audio issue followed by audio issue. Like it's a bit ridiculous.
Yeah, it's a little interesting what happened overall. And again, I appreciate that Tony Khan took the effort to at least see through. And like, I mean, we would have had to cut something out. Maybe it would have been the Sky Blue Tony Storm match. Would that maybe have mattered? Maybe one of the segments where like Jericho going for 20 minutes, one of those longer segments could have been cut down.
But you think they actually would cut down segments? That MJF thing could have been cut down, but they fucking didn't. I'll say that as the man with the scarf.
Right. Boston says 10 out of 10. No, Trish, 10 out of 10.
Well, then I also like 5 bad audios out of 10.
5. What else we got? John says 6. Yeah, I'm kind of coming in at a 6.5 for Dynamite tonight.
John says, do you not think getting them together so soon is blowing their load early? After that, then what? Yeah, that we never thought that they would truly get back together and everything.
No, I do like the idea. I do like the idea, and again, we don't know how long Edge is going to be around, right? I like the idea that he gets in, and you kind of give us what we want the most. Like you put him towards Christian. Then they have the rivalry. It builds to something. He's got to work his way to Christian. And then they kind of part ways. But at some point, one of them's going to be in trouble. The other one saves them. They hug it out. We all forget they were mad at each other. And now we go on a tag team run for a little while. I think I'm okay with this. I don't feel like it's, as long as they slow play it like they are and they're working towards like Full Gear is setting up to be a really, really nice pay-per-view.
Yeah, I think there's got to be something to where somebody gets even more of a heelish turn on Christian that causes Edge to snap, or like they really take him out of commission.
Okay.
And they've got to, I know it's very much the Adam Cole, Roderick Strong thing, but if you're going to have them as they are now, and he turns and just says, go fuck yourself, like you have to give a reason to where you draw them back together there.
Yeah, I think so at some point. Like, you know, and again, we'll see how they play it out. I appreciate how they did it tonight. Usually what we get from AEW at times, and we criticize them of, in other circumstances, this is just like Christian comes out, says a bunch of stuff. Luchasaurus jumps Edge. They all beat up Edge for a while. He does or does not fight back. Tonight was perfect. The babyface told you what his mission was. The heel told him to go fuck himself. We'll see you on Tuesday.
What was the entire show not just building up for that? That was the entire show.
It did feel like it was a prop for because a lot of what we got, like, I don't care what anyone says. I did not like that tag match. I like the opening match better than I like the tag match, and not the overbooked and the long drawn out ending of it. To me, was clunky, sloppy as it has been. I'm good with a lot of this. Other than that.
Well, Boston saying MJF had 8 shows time worth of promo last week.
Mm-hmm. Are you surprised we didn't? And he's accurate. Are you surprised we did not get any masked man tonight? We got references to it, but we didn't see anybody.
Slow play.
Is that too slow? Like, it's not like you don't keep the story going enough?
No, because you've got enough that you've got Adam Copeland that is going to take over anything that you would put there.
Fair enough.
So why am I going to put something that's going to already be diminished?
Okay.
That's already got to compete for the fucking spotlight. So I'll let this edge the hangover, the surprise, the fucking pop, everything. I'll let that run its course, and then I can start playing with some things.
You know what? I'll accept that. I think that's a fair enough answer for that dilemma. I think ultimately, I'm okay.
Don't blow your wad too early. Like people
we just talked about it. I do agree with the Adam Copeland effect on this one as well. And they did reference it. It's still alive. We were expecting maybe we'd get something at Wrestle Dream. No, we thought all we got really from the MJF storyline tonight was the MJF Jay White situation and a weird vignette, the weirdest of vignettes. Like
we saw twice. We saw twice.
Listen,
twice, and neither time was nice.
It was worse with audio. It was worse
How
with
is
audio.
That possible? How is something so shitty that the second you could actually fully take it in, it's even shittier?
Yeah, man, it kind of blew my mind a little bit, and it's just, Anyway, it was not my favorite thing.
No, you're fine. I like this of Nick Wayne versus Dirty Dom, who wins, and then we've already gone to Dom and Nick with their mums in the corner, all the way to what happened to Hook versus Dom. Now it's Nick versus Dom. Did everyone give up on Hook? We run the whole gamut of Nick Wayne versus
Dominic Mysterio fantasy booking.
Yeah.
Snobby Brit Nick versus spoiled Dom. Insufferable.
Is this where I point out that Nick Wayne is nowhere at all British? Or like, where the fuck did we get that from?
Right. You have 6 weeks of prep for the Masked Man. Valid. And if your payoff is at full gear, great. I'm okay with that.
Or you forget about it. It sits in the back burner. And that's when you get the next thing.
Yeah, I don't love that idea. I like the fact that you got to keep it relevant because to me it's ongoing. I don't want to forget about this one a little bit.
But it depends on how fast you want to build it.
6 weeks.
No. I'm saying you don't pay it off in 6 weeks.
I think the Masked Man.
You maybe stall it. You get a tease or something at most, and then you have him come out or them, whoever they are, show up at full gear there at 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Right. And if you're going to pay this story off in a year,
you're going to pay the story off in a year?
I don't know. I'm just fucking throwing numbers out there. Do you think they're going to turn around and pay it off in fucking
at full gear? Yes, we want to know who it is. Why would you carry
that's going to be the reveal then? I think you still bait the hook. You still got tread on that tire
for a year.
No, I'm not saying a year. Like I said, I was just that's a fucking hypothetical thing. But for a fucking year.
I think being that it started last.
I don't think you get a payoff in 6 weeks.
Okay, I think that's where something gets revealed. Something has to be told. There has to be some decisiveness with Roddy and Adam and MJ. Like, we got to get some answers on this. You can't just not tell a story for a while and then say, look, we're doing long-term storytelling because lots of dates have passed. I think you need to carry it.
I do think, again, everybody wants to get into Khan's mind here. This could be just a bit of a stall tactic until certain people get healed up or anything like that.
Yeah, that's also a possibility as far as waiting for Adam Cole to be better. But I do think, if I was booking, the payoff is at full gear because you need answers.
I give you something happens at full gear, not a payoff. You don't end that. You don't get a reveal then. Not at all.
Okay. I think plenty at the 8 week mark, you're plenty good to let some rabbits out of the hat.
Oh, I think you could have teases.
Mm-hmm. Well, keep in mind, it's the same thing. Like, we were doing the White Rabbit stuff and people were wondering if that was dragging out too long. You need your payoff point to be within reason.
Yeah, but that lasted for sure longer than 6 weeks.
It was like the 2 month run there from like.
Right. So even
right?
then,
So 8 weeks, perfect for me.
Well, you say 8. We were talking 6.
Well, Full Gear is in 6 weeks. It started last week, so I'm doing the math.
You're adding 2 weeks.
I had, but like we started it. We didn't just get the mask man.
It's been 1 week since you put the mask on me.
Boston to each his own. I like that. Don't blow your wad too early. You sounding like my wife.
It's
true.
Hopefully you're still happily married, sir.
Right. Hold it. It's your fault. Eating Doritos and popcorn. I was eating Cheetos on a beanbag chair.
What
that's
the fuck did we go into now?
If you get that reference,
I know.
Yeah, I don't know where that came from. A stuffed giraffe and a neck brace all walk into a Roderick Strong.
What is comment of the night? Where is that?
I like that. That's funny as shit.
Yeah, that is getting started because that is comment of the night.
Many people fail to realize why WWE products are hot is because how bad. That's not true, Aaron. I don't think so. I don't think they're succeeding because the other's failing. I think they're just minding their own business and doing what they do. It goes.
I was gonna say, what the fuck type of mentality is that? Of like, cool. So my sports team is only good because the other teams suck. No, maybe it's because my team is fucking good at what they do. Like, why would you look at it that way?
We talked about that. So anyway, last call on the chat. We're going to click through the last couple pretty quick here and get ready to shut her down. Rhea is actually doubting in disguise as a mommy. We're not getting into that debate.
Oh, mommy, you're so fine. You're so fine. You blow my mind. Hey, mommy. But
right. Seth has been teasing. He has been teasing the CM Punk return. Again, could it be just being coy and cute, or is there something more to it? Everybody knows, or at least Seth has been public about not liking Punk. So it'd be very funny if that's his program.
Yeah, well, the last person he was publicly not cool with is now fired. So,
right. Well, Nick, it looks like Ospreay make him British. He looks like Ospreay make him British.
What? I don't even know if I could call that racial profiling.
6 weeks. I can't remember what I had for breakfast exactly. I think NXT is
at least it's not 83 weeks.
There you go. I think NXT has something up its sleeve to combat AEW. More still to be announced. We got lots of time to figure this out. Yeah.
What more could they have up their sleeve than John Cena, Asuka, Cody Rhodes, Paul Heyman? What the fuck else do they got?
Didn't you say Roman could be there? That would be something.
I know, but shit. that was reach.
MJF said he still hasn't signed a contract extension. Is he lying? If he's not lying, if that's facts, Tony Khan is in big trouble. Or better be about to crack a big check.
Stupid man, Tony Khan.
Yeah, because what they'll do is like the college recruitment thing. They'll do the same thing they did to Jade. They'll get her in a boardroom and they'll tell her all about the sponsorships and the movie opportunities. And they'll have producers coming in from Hollywood and people, and they'll just do that college, like, come to Kentucky. Like, that's what it's going to be.
We're part of a 20-some-odd billion, and that's a billion-dollar conglomerate right now, right? You remember that we just sold this company for $9 billion, and I said $1 billion.
Right. Yeah. We'll give you all the perks, all the bells. Like, that is scary. That is scary because if
I will pay you until you sign.
If
I will pay you whatever you want and then some.
And even that, WWE would do it just because of what he means to AEW. It would be a big hole to fill.
It's a death nail. It's a death nail. If he goes there, then your stake, your claim, anything as being a number 2, like you're trying to go tit for tat, fucking shot for shot with WWE as a number 1, that's gone. You can't say that anymore because it's not believable if MJF is gone. Not believable anymore. He is the cornerstone of that company now.
Absolutely. I'm starting not to feel the MJF and the friendship thing with Adam. I'm also struggling with that. I am. And that's why, I mean, if it goes beyond, if they continue really dragging this past Full Gear, I'm going to get a little bit impatient with it. It's been dragging for quite a while.
Right. Mega, you skipped my comment. Well, what did you say? Well, then Larry's Mega, you get used to it. Believe me. Well, we got the super chats and the super stickers, my guys.
That's it, folks. We take about 500 chat messages an hour. We do our best.
Yeah.
Finally got home, missed everything.
Got home and missed everything. That's crucial.
We had to make sure we clicked that. Thank you.
Appreciate you.
Last and almost least. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, almost last, not least.
I am
now that Edge and Christian are feuding in AEW. How long until we get Gangrel? A lot of people commented on that already. Could you imagine?
That's still, bar none, to me, one of my favorite intro songs of all time. That is one of the best Jim Johnson songs ever.
Right. Last, in AEW fashion, there will never be a payoff with Adam Cole and MJF story. Oof.
Mm-hmm.
That hurts. That hurts the soul. 7 out of 10.
But see, it's a hard truth. It's a bitter pill to swallow, but it is one that you need to accept.
Absolutely. I mean, I want the payoff. I think they did a lot of this story really well, so I want the payoff.
Injuries and poor booking will prevent that.
Porn booking?
You thought that. I didn't say that at all. I said injuries and poor booking.
Poor booking. Much better.
We know at this point, almost reaching the midnight hour, where KJ's mind is at. So I think that's time to shut her down.
That's it, folks. We are back tomorrow. Luna Havoc and Ringsider Anthony will bring you Impact. Another watch along, another fun night. Friday, the Tag Stream Champions are back. Saturday, we're back. We got double headers on 2 nights. It's going to be a packed weekend. It's going to be a lot of fun. Plus, I believe on Sunday night, we're going to do a little Monster Ball mashup. And we're going to cover Luna and Ringsider Anthony are going to do like 4 or 5 shorter Monster Balls.
And the man in the back said, everyone attack, and it turned into a ballroom blitz.
Ballroom blitz. All right, folks, on that wonderful melodic note, thank you for being here. Click all the likes. Click all the links below. Like, subscribe. Yeah, I'm done. Make sure you all come back. We are here all week long. And other than that, clearly it's bedtime. I'm done, Nick.
Our shit is real. Our shit is raw. Our shit is authentic. When you're talking about the rest of you, better put that full life with it.
See you on the flip side, folks. Come back tomorrow and try not to kill each other. Have fun. Enjoy the wrestling. Bye.